Okay, so everyone okay? We're doing all right. This is gonna be an amazing adventure that I'm gonna take you all on. So I think we're best starting off. Just you're on the aeroplane. It's a
Okay.
rickety old thing, and it's a comfortable vessel, to put it politely. You know, the small party of only three of you occupy a good half of the entire capacity. And you're flying over, as you can all see from many variable windows, a beautiful, almost tropical sea, crystal clear. You can see straight into the water. And you've been flying for about 30, 40 minutes, and you know it's only about 20 or so more until you guys are pitching down. The three of you didn't know each other until getting on this plane, but you can only assume that you're all here for the same reason, and that reason is a job. You a few days ago, each of you received a letter from an old contact of yours, one Tom Nook, who was sending out paid work for people who can help solve a sort of disturbance for him. It read, "Adventurers, seek. I am in somewhat of a pickle. Some of my dearest residents have gone missing. As you can guess, this has been quite terrible for tourism. Would you if you help me solve this issue? Island representative, Tom Nook." Now, you know that Tom Nook is a pretty stand-up fellow, and but the thing is, he's also incredibly cheap. So if he's prepared to offer some kind of cash reward for a job, then he must be desperate. And so I want to kind of put it towards you. What have you been doing on this vessel with these two other strangers that you've never met before? Um, have
So
you guys introduced each other? Have you just been sat there staring at each other? Like,
are we on an airplane, did you say?
yeah. So like, you're on one of the Dodo Line aeroplanes, like coming in to the island to Mothen.
Hmm.
And each of you individually are here for a job, a cash money job from Tom Nook. But you all obviously you don't know necessarily if the other two people are there, but you can assume that's why you're here because it's not a passenger line. This is like it's not got anyone else in it. You're the only you guys and your gear is on this plane. So I'm just curious, like, have you like spoken to each other, introduced yourselves maybe, or have you been a bit more like taken back, reserved?
Well, I think I would have made an attempt to introduce myself because I'm a theatre kid and I'm really, I'm smug and charismatic. So
Yeah.
I'd have tried to interact with Brond and Pick. Oh, sorry, Brond. What's your character called again?
Sisyphus or call
Sisyphus.
me.
Sisyphus and Pick's character W.
W.
Yeah. Considering it's
No L's,
no
only
L's,
W's.
it's a W.
So what are you doing on this plane? So you're on a plane. You've never been to this part of the world before. Say you lived in the city or in a small rural village, and there's these two. There's this bear, this big blue bear, and this big purple rabbit. Sorry, and sat on this plane with you. And all you know is you got a letter from an old contact, Mr. Tom Nook, who's telling you that he needs your help.
Okay.
Yeah. Big plane, you look out the window, there's nothing but tropical sea for miles. It's crystal clear, it's hot, this cabin's a bit moist, a bit humid, it's rattling. It's a small plane, like I said, there's maybe like three other seats on here, like,
Yeah.
that aren't filled with people. This is not like a big passenger airline, it's a small little thing. And some crazy ass dodo just piloting it, who seemed a bit like, a bit too talkative for maybe your liking.
Hmm. So I'm like, I'll say, it's a bit strange that Tom has asked us three to go solve a mystery. Like I have no experience in being a detective whatsoever. Oh.
I know. I've been on this plane for quite a while now, and I watch you look idly doing some diagrams in my Nook phone, trying
Yeah.
to see the relation, trying to see if there's a connection between my hometown and this new island with the disappearances. Trying to
So,
see if there's any connection.
so you're where you've come from. Like you've come from this like really like established, heritage rich like parts of like the country. You know, so you guys have come from like the original games or Let's Go to the City or something. And this place, this Mothen, it's this like new pop up community that's really kind of popular in the last few years, where places that were deserted have then suddenly occupied by like villagers who've been brought in maybe like with heavily subsidized upstart fees to get them to come to these remote islands and settle places to live here. Sort of the premise of the latest installments of the games, New Horizons. And so this place, it's only been like a settlement for maybe like 6 months, and so obviously when you're like searching it on your Nook phone, there isn't really anything you can really find about it. The only thing that you find while searching the web is like Tom Nook's, "Hey, come live in Motham. It's a paradise. It'll be amazing. You know, you could live the dream. Get on the floor." And you're like, oh, you know, typical Tom Nook, like grind cash, gotta like scheme, and you just kind of. But there's nothing like immediately like that you can know about the area, other than just it's got a beautiful beach, it's got tropical weather, and loads of claims of it being the up and coming place to be. But a lot of it is like clearly just startup and trying to get people to come to the island. But it doesn't have a history, like I said, because a year ago it was just an island, and so this is like an ongoing process. They only recently, like, say, had their museum open up like last month or something. You know, this is like new territory.
Did Tom Nook like send out like a help like on a board or something for help, or are we like
Slowly messaged by Tom Nook? You don't know if it was only you three. Maybe you three were the only ones stupid or brave enough to take on the call.
That's what I
But
feel.
yeah. But like, yeah, you all got a personal letter because, like, you know, in one way or another, you dealt with Tom Nook in the past. Maybe you did business with him, or maybe like your parents did business with him in the past. Like through some way or another, you don't like know Tom Nook really well, but you know him by name, and he will probably know you guys' names. Like, and you know, he sent you these letters, but. Maybe like I said, maybe like a parent worked with him, or maybe like you had a business a few years ago, and like those businesses crossed paths with Tom Nook's business empires and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
But you would be knowledgeable enough to know that this guy has a history of like making money in like real estate and like land development and stuff, and you know that he's like the father of the massively successful like shopping multi like international conglomerate that is like one of the biggest like retailers in the world, I guess, in like Animal Crossing land. So you know, you'd be like getting a message from a very rich micro celebrity saying, "Dude, come here, do me a favor. I will give you money." And obviously, like Tom Nook is known for being trying to get money from Tom Nook is normally like trying to get blood from a stone. So this is like, whoa, there's, you know, immediately you're like, wow, it must be like really good money. But as you sit on this plane, you all start to suddenly have like the realization that, yeah, but it's also probably a pretty serious, if not very dangerous situation for Tom Nook to be like separating with his cold hard cash. And you know, and the lump sum like provided, like we're talking like tens of thousands of bells to sort this out. So this must be like a serious problem. Something he hasn't, you know, it's serious enough that he hasn't felt comfortable disclosing it in the letter, which is probably why nobody else has shown up, because it's incredibly sus.
Mm-hmm.
Either that, or the other people are in another plane. There's like only 3 seats in this darn thing.
Maybe, yeah, or you could show up and there could be like 12 other people there already working this job. So in which case, maybe you guys need to hurry up. You know, tell Wilbur, or whatever he's called, the dodo at the front, to like hurry up, like banging on his cockpit.
Yeah,
we need to make the money. Come on.
Yeah, those bells. Do you know how much I make being a bard? Not
Is it nothing?
nothing.
No, so you're sitting there like you're kind of like maybe that you're making a bit of small talk, but clearly you guys aren't like well connected already. It's not like you guys are best friends, unless you are. You can tell me at this point, but unless you say otherwise, I'm assuming that this is like the first time you three have met.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I mean, I'll go for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like and so you've kind of sat in this plane, and after like an hour has finally arrived, which is what it kind of said it would be for the duration of this trip. You see clawing out on the horizon of like one of the wings, this like beautiful looking like tropical paradise, golden beaches, massive palms, sun beaming down, and you just hear. You know, this is Flyboy to Alpha Charlie Bravo. We've got a bunch of walkers here coming in hot, and it's like we're gonna be landing soon. And this thing just kind of like chuk chuk chuk. Sounds like the engine just like cuts out, and then you just start falling like a lead weight.
Oh God!
Which is quite frightening until like you land and realize, oh wait, this is a seaplane. This is like supposed to be done this way, and it just skids into the water. And then you kind of just slowly drift out into the port, and then this like really dopey looking, grinning ear to ear dodo wearing a little like blue shirt with his little podgy belly kind of like bulging over a bit, and he gives you this really like kind of goofy salute, and he's like, "I got you in, guys. You're here. Welcome to Mothen, tropical paradise. Got you in one piece."
Thanks.
And he goes to pull down this access door, and it's like stuck and stiff, and he really has to like give it a wiggle and a bit of a shove before the door like flies open, and this like access ramp kind of flips down, and you just immediately met. Well, first off, it's the air like filling into this cabin because you've been breathing each other's like, you know, breathe excess air that's been in this cabin. It's been kind of sweaty and kind of humid, and so just the swarm of fresh air filling the cabin is the first thing you met with. You know, the salty taste of it because you're by the sea, and it's just bliss. You swim in it because it's been so nice to not be breathing in each other's like horrible secondhand breath. And so he kind of like gestures out with his big white plumage of an arm, which is his left wing, and he's like, "There you go, guys. I told you I'd get here in one piece. Welcome to paradise." And then he kind of trails off a bit and goes, "Well, you know, it was paradise. It will be paradise, but you know that's why you guys are here. So good thing too. They got another one last night, but I shouldn't. No, I shouldn't say that. Tom Nook will fill you in. You really got time is of the essence. I really do think we should get going." And he kind of like goes around to like grab your bags and like carry them for you.
Is he taking us to Tom Nook?
Swapping your bags, and he's just like as you like get out onto this like dock. It's not a very big island. That's one of the first things that kind of like pokes out at you. But yeah, no, there is a plaza like pretty much immediately, slightly to the right, outside of where this dock is, and there's this huge, grand-looking old building, which is impossibly old because of how like young this place is. Either it's been designed to look old, or maybe it's a building that was like taken apart and like moved here. But you know, it's very clearly a stereotypical town hall that you might be familiar with back in the home country that you're from. So you know, and you know that like that's pretty much where Tom will be, or at least a representative, a mayor, someone who can lead you to him. And like I say, you've got beaches and then just small woodland areas, kind of like leading out immediately from there. And so as you guys kind of stand on and still inside the plane, I guess, kind of like taking all this in, the dodo is just getting all of your baggage and just kind of just throwing it out of the plane onto the dock. It like bounces off the wooden harbour, and it's a bit haphazard and like he probably annoys you. I imagine because he's not being particularly careful with it. It doesn't seem malicious. It just kind of seems that he's a bit ignorant, a bit in his own world, and so he's throwing all your baggages off the plane, and then he kind of turns to look at you if you haven't already left, and he's like, "Yeah, no, that's it, guys."
Can I try to roll to see if I can catch my bag before it falls to the floor?
Yeah. You want to like leap out of the plane and like grab your baggage midair because that can be done. Like, yeah, that'd just be a dexterity test. You would
Okay.
roll me a d20 and add like your dexterity modifier to it.
D20. Let me see. 7.
What's your mod?
The dexterity, I got it with +2.
+2, so you got 9.
So like with a 9, you kind of like leap out and you just miss it. Like you feel the baggage with your fingertips, but it just spills out of your grasp, and you like land on the dock, like with your baggage just right in front of you. You were so close. But in any other time of the world, any point in your life, you'd probably feel a bit silly for having mucked that up. But as you like hit the dock, you immediately begin to bake in this beautiful midday sun of this tropical paradise, and just euphoria just spills over you. The smell of the beach and the wind, you can hear like some birds off in the distance, a coin, and you just assaulted by how aesthetic and sensory appealing this whole location is. It's beautiful. The weather is perfect. The ocean is crystal clear. You can drink in this ambience. It is, he wasn't lying in that post you saw on your phone. Like, this is a very nice place. You could understand why someone would want to live here. It's beautiful. And so you're kind of lying there on the dock, just taking all this in, and being glad to be outside of the sweaty, like, metal tin can that was flying you a few moments ago. So I don't know how you guys respond to watching Sissy Puss just spill out onto the harbour and just lie there like...
I just go check my bag first, because that was the whole point of grabbing the
Yeah. Luckily, like,
everything's fine.
Yeah, no, luckily, like...
My three things, not even clothing, my equipment.
No, like, your stuff's fine. Luckily, you've got, like, hard baggage. It's the standard, when dodos are the standard form of air travel, baggage is always built pretty, like, robust, because they're notorious for having very little sensitivity, shall we say, with your delicates. So what are Alice and W doing? Are we gonna live in the plane forever? Are we gonna just go home? Like, what's the plan?
I'm coming out, grabbing my stuff.
As I described to for Sisyphus, you are like, the sun, the beach, it all just hits you like a massive weight almost. It's like being slapped across the face with its beauty almost. You have to shield your eyes with the paw of your paw, the bottom of your paw, bring it up to your face to like shield your eyes a bit, because the sun is beaming. Like, you could just lie in it and be like content.
This island's quite small. I wonder how people even go missing.
Yeah.
I say that out loud to W, and oh my god, I'm gonna say the wrong word for your name. Sisyphus.
And I'm here asking if somebody has a map of the island, because I see some like cliffs, like right in the far away, and I want to know if there's like more behind that, or the island just cut off like right there. At where am I seeing?
Yes. So the map. So you all have a map of the island, and that's the one that was in the PDF. So you can access that. That's fine. Like you have the things you chose, and also for the sake of argument, I know it's like a bit weird to do this now, maybe a bit of a flow break, but like any like small bits and bobs, like you say, you have your Nook phone, a watch, anything that you would have on you, I'm fine with you having that. Like if you want if your character would have, you know, like you say, like your mobile phone, a map, a watch, I don't know, like whatever you would have on you. So like small bits and bobs, I'm not too bothered about, like just mundane items that you could realistically and reasonably carry on you. But yeah, so what is W doing?
I'm just taking my time, just being a little bit slower than the others. Yes. I think I'm just here on another mission, but that's a secret for now.
Okay.
So you slowly get out of it. And how does W feel about this like very very strong tropical weather? Are we a tropical person?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay, so you are not enjoying this like blissful tropical paradise. Do you you immediately could make a beeline for like the nearest tree to hide under some shade or something like that?
I would rather like stay in the plane, but the Dodo brothers say I can't.
These other two get off the plane and you're looking out at the sun like, oh, and then you just hear Wilbur or whatever this guy's called just kind of go like really obnoxiously obviously fake coughing, clearing his throat as if to be like, get off my plane like now. And then obviously you get off, and so like I said, you can immediately see, like, to your left is all of the businesses. Further away, like, you can't see them, but there's a sign, like, immediately out of the pier. Like, it says shop, museum, left. But then to the right, you can see a plaza that opens up, this, like, stone courtyard. And at the back of the stone courtyard is this big, old-looking building, which obviously can't be that old, because this place wasn't populated 12+ months ago. But it's clearly like old style, or if not, like I said, a building that's been like moved, perhaps. But that's what is the town hall. The giveaway being the sort of flag with the town's emblem flying at full mast.
What is the town's emblem?
It is a moth.
Okay, makes sense.
But it's a cute moth. It's like a fluffy one, and it's like on a jewel.
What?
Yeah.
Wayne's getting any younger, so I'm just gonna grab my bag and go to the checkout and do whatever is necessary to get off this airport.
So you come through the sort of checkpoint, which is this small little glorified shack in between where you get off the plane and where you go through to the actual city. And like there's like one set of 4 seats inside and what looks like an old CRT like monitor that's been like attached to the wall with a bracket that doesn't look like it fit it originally. It's like been proper like DIY job. And then inside is a single desk with another dodo who is currently fast asleep.
Nice.
And like as Sisyphus kind of comes in and like opens the door, it makes a disturbance and this snot bubble pops. It wakes up in a start, feathers go up in a big puff of like disturbance, and it like quickly like moves some papers around, readjusts itself in its office chair, like and it, as if to be like, I wasn't sleeping, and then like then tries to play it off it like it didn't just wake up, and is not making eye contact with you as you all come in. And then once all 3 of you come in, I'm assuming you're all going to come through, the dodo then is like, oh, hi, new visitors, wonderful. So anything to declare?
No.
Any illegal items, weapons, that kind of thing?
Totally nothing.
No? Okay.
No.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah,
Nothing.
Awesome. Nothing at all, because it's very serious, really serious offense to to lie to a patrol naval officer such as myself, and he like pluffs himself up, and his big puffy chest puffs up, and more of his like loose feathers fly off, and some of them land on his desk. And there's this kind of awkward pause, and then he just kind of like breaks out in a squawky like laughter. Yeah, it's just gonna look in you guys' faces. Nah, I know what you're here for. Don't worry. All the paperwork's been done. You guys can just let yourselves in. This is honestly, it's fine. Don't worry about. And then he just like falls asleep again. He's just gone. And then starts making this like not horrible, but it's kind of obnoxious sort of snoring where he like breathes in and then goes.
I checked. I see that in the desk they have a bunch of brochures for the island, so I grab a bunch because I couldn't find anything online. So
That's
yeah,
a
I
good
just grabbed
idea.
some brochures.
So you've grabbed a bunch of. Sorry.
3 of each brochure.
Oh, yeah.
And I ask kindly, do any of you want a brochure?
Yeah, I'll take one. What do you think?
Sure. I'll take a brochure.
His brochures, like they're like made on this like sort of, I don't know, home. They look like they've been made by someone with like a domestic printer. Like they've been like stapled themselves. They're only like 10 pages long, and it's just going over the natural beauty, places to be, benefits of the island. But like there's like inconsistencies in each of your brochures. Nothing serious, but little like sort of cosmetic things where like the crop hasn't been cut the same, or like where it hasn't been like folded the same. You get the impression that these were made by someone like with just in their own time, like an intern or like a villager, maybe as like it's like a part-time job, and they've been like stapling them at home and using their home computer.
Oh dear.
Well, better than nothing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's not like it's not they're fine, but that's just what you get from them. It's not like a negative thing. The information's perfectly fine. You think that's a bit strange because you're used to like things being a bit more, I don't know, like more professional, if you will. But they're good like documents. It's just something strange that maybe surprises you as you kind of take these brochures and put them in your bags, like maybe review later. And as you leave, you open up, and like I say, there's this lovely little open meadow with trees jutting out across the horizon to varying degrees as far as the eye can see. Behind you on either side is just a stretch of beach, and there's just a signpost that you saw when you came off, and yes, it just says businesses, museum off to like the south, the west, and then immediately like in front of you, a little bit off to the right, but like basically just there is an open courtyard, and you don't need the sign to tell you it's there because you can see it. It's like a stone throws away from where you're standing.
Let's just say that my character just made a beeline for the
Back to the plane.
for his hotel or something, because he is not interested in any of the stuff in the island, because he has to work on his secret mission.
Okay.
On his secret mission. Bye guys, my people need me.
Like a Airbnb. I don't think there's any hotel right in this place. There's just an Airbnb that we all got.
No, look, it's an Airbnb right there. You just like popped into view. You're like, oh, how did I miss that? It's like right there. So like I said, like there's the town plaza right in front of you. To your left, you've got the businesses and stuff, and then beaches as far as the eye can see, like basically behind where you've come from. Like behind you to the left, behind you to the right. It's a beautiful stretch of beaches all along the coast.
I just want to go straight to Tom Nook and start asking questions.
I I follow the purple bunny because I don't know their name, neither prime, because we haven't talked
Yeah,
to each
you know
other.
what? You're right. We haven't introduced each other. My name is Alice, and I'm a improv entertainer. And in my spare time, I catch wasps. That's how I make my money. Sadly.
Sisyphus, woodsman. I just go out and chop trees.
Okie dokie. Nice
No
to
more,
meet
no more to that.
you. Nice to meet you, Sisyphus.
Nice to meet you, Alice.
Right.
You have this beautiful exchange just outside of the town hall with the flag fluttering in the breeze. Yeah, and there's just this humble but well decorated stone structure with a big door. And it's like it just has like the little plaque saying like town hall, all folks of the community welcome, resource outlet access, and services, community services, in basically like on this little like plaque by one of the windows. And there's a lot of foot traffic, coming and going from here. Muddy paw prints on the stone flags, that kind of thing.
Wait, what? Muddy paw prints on the flag?
Yeah, it's like a stone courtyard, and so there's like but not in all directions. You can tell that this is a heart of the community. It's well used. There's like multiple sets of muddy paw prints coming and going in various directions and stuff. This is a well used, well visited part of the island.
Does the mud continue onto like? Oh, you wouldn't really see, would you? Though you wouldn't see footprints in the grass that well.
You could. Roll me a. Do you have animal handling just like on the sheets? Did I get that far with them?
Yeah, I do.
Roll me an animal handling and see if you can like track. Or tracking. Is tracking a skill? I forget.
No. But survival is.
Survival, yeah, no, roll me survival. It would fall under survival, won't it, tracking?
Yeah. So. Just a d20 plus 1. Got 14.
You see a couple trails, and those you can basically follow them back to the nearest like houses that are just adjacent to the town hall. If you look on the map, there's like a couple of them, and that's basically like where those footprints lead you from. There's 2 off to the left, and then like 1 which leads to a bridge. And I'm assuming you don't like follow it through, but you can then assume that there's a house or 2 on the opposite side of this stream. And so there's foot traffic, that is coming and going from this location. It's well used. It's a busy place.
These could be good clues for later. I'll keep in mind.
You can say confidently that this is the town hall, if it wasn't already obvious, basically.
Yeah, let's go in.
So
yeah, let's go.
Yeah, so you go inside, and this place is lovely, like air-conned little office space with a desk at the back. On the left-hand side is this giant green metal canister container with a big recycling logo on it. To your right is an ATM, and then at the back you've got a desk which cuts across the entire center of the room, and there is 2 small sort of like office cubicles behind this desk. There's paperwork, like pin-ups, corkboards, pens, papers. These 2 little like cubicles are just overflowing with like office supplies and notebooks and stuff. And as you come in, these 2 desks, people within them turn and face you and immediately like register, and both give you a unison sort of like hi, hello. And to your left you have a big brown raccoon who you immediately recognize as Tom Nook, and then to the right of that is a yellowish dog who you do not recognize, who has like their hair in a bun, and as they turn to say hello to you, it makes a little bell jingling noise. And yeah, the Tom Nook is just as as imposing and a jolly-looking fellow. You can't tell maybe he's put on a bit of weight since last time you met you, but not in a negative way. You know, he's rocking it. And this other character who you don't recognize, the one thing that immediately like hits you about this person is that they look tired. Their eyes have bags, their fur is like untidy in places, and they have like 4 different half-drunk pots of coffee scattered around their workspace. But as you come in, they immediately like swivel on their chairs, come to the desks, and like greet you. Hey, hi, welcome to Mothen. I hope your travel wasn't too bad, says Tom Nook to you both.
And no, I just forgot it was a seaplane. Almost had a heart attack. Other than that.
Yes. It's very, very common. You get it all the time. Every villager here has their story of when they first landed, and yes, it's very. Oh, I find it humorous, but you know, we can hardly get a train across the ocean, can we? Yes. And he kind of like there's like a little giggle, and he's like little pot belly, like you know, as they do. And then he just turns, he just kind of pauses and lets you continue. Like, so I hope you're here because of my letters.
Yeah, it was a bit cryptic. Can you tell us more about it? What's going on?
Oh, of course. I'm just surprised that, well, I mean no offense, but are you two it? Is there nobody else coming?
There was someone else, but I don't know. I think they were tired. They went immediately to the B&B. So,
Yeah.
at the moment, give us the briefing.
Oh, still only 3 of you. Oof, dearie me. But I'm sure you're more than capable of any task. Yes. It's terrifying, really. Could I get any of you a drink? You've come so far. Tea or coffee? Anybody? Or perhaps do you robust and daring adventurers want something a bit stronger? I mean maybe it's a little bit earlier for something like that, but you know, I'm not here to judge. And he lets out a little giggle, a little.
Sorry for breaking out of character, but wait, what do you mean by kind of stronger?
Yeah,
Because
no, like, I don't...
this is a PG game, right?
No. Well, I mean, you know, it's not. If they're all adults, he's you know, he's like he gestures to his like whiskey decanter in the corner. He's you know, he's not going to judge you if you want to have a hard drink at 1 o'clock.
To be fair,
But,
looks like she has whiskey with her or something like that anyway. Have you seen?
The
mojito looking thing.
I asked for coffee too. Yeah.
Sugar?
Look at my eyes, Nook. We're the same.
What are you saying?
We're kind of in the same boat. Mr. Nook. I would also love a coffee.
Yes. Sugar. Did you take sugar with your coffee?
Lots of sugar, but no cream. Very black.
Yes. And you, Alice?
Some iced tea, please.
Iced tea, of course. Coffee, iced tea! And she like jots up. Yeah, sorry, of course, Mr. Nook. Coming right on it. And she like kind of like darts off into a back room, and you hear a kettle get turned on. And he goes, yes. On to the business. And he like leans into the desk and like beckons you to come closer.
Okay. Yeah, lean in.
Yeah. He's like, it's okay. So, here's the lowdown on the situation. Over the last week or so, citizens of Mothen, my good, honest, well-paying patrons, a few of them we kind of trails off, disappeared, And he kind of goes as if like, that's such a silly, quirky thing, yeah. But he's like, he's quite, yeah. And I don't know where they've gone, if you catch my drift. And I don't think people are going to want to come to the island where you disappear. So I'm
Mr.
not...
Nook, Mr. Nook, there is a back room so we can talk about this.
Don't worry, there's no one else here. I've sent Isabel in the back room so she's not overhearing it. She gets a lot of... She works enough. I don't want to stress her out anymore with this. So that's why we're in here, and I've sent her back there. I hate to talk about that, but I needed her out of the room because I don't want to stress her out about it. But yeah, there's... At first, first we just figured that it was a disappearance, but that someone left. It happens, maybe they got cold feet, maybe they got homesick, returned to their home. But after the third one, I started to think maybe something wasn't right. So that's why I sent out those letters, and we lost a fourth one last night. And
the airline, the other airlines haven't been having any passengers leave, I guess.
Like, it's quite worrying, really. We don't quite get, because like initially I thought, well, there's other ways of getting off an island. That's that creepy little turtle guy. He has his bow. There are people who come and go by the sea. So one person, maybe they just left by boat. But yeah, and especially after Maple went missing last night, and she's the fourth one to go missing. I'm certain like something is not right here.
Where have you checked anywhere in the meantime, like any of the buildings or?
We went to their homes. They're abandoned. Like I and he pulls out the map and like circles the 4 buildings of the missing villages, and so he's like, so like, and then he's like, so these are the ones that have been missing. I've been it myself and like looked around, but there's no, I can't see any of them anywhere. And I've like done a once over of the town, the whole island, and nobody could find them like anywhere. It's quite frightening. I even sent out one of our more like athletic members of the community to like really get out to the forests on the top of the island and stuff. But even that, like, it's like they've just disappeared into thin air. Yes.
Okay, sorry. In the
Mr.
house.
Nook,
Sorry, go on.
Mr. Nook, does any of the people that just disappeared, aside from the one that you sent to go search for the rest, have anything in common?
No,
aside
like
from being members of here?
No, like it's really strange because like there's not like a pattern. They're not like, it's not just the women who are going missing, or like a particular species, or like a particular like personality type. I'd say, it's not like all of the sporty ones, or like maybe all of the sort of gossipy ones, or whatever. Like I can't find a common thread. It's always, the only thing is the person always goes missing at night. That's the only common thread that I've been able to figure out, is that it's never during the day. It's always after we wake up in the morning, do our like community exercises, and then someone else is missing, and I have to make up some story about, try and keep morale up, and I'm sure it's fine, and it's becoming a whole thing, and it's really stressing me out. And I don't know what to do, because obviously, no one, it's obviously, it's really affected my rents, because they're not paying rent, because they're not here. But also, if this gets out, how am I going to have any tourism? Other than, like, I don't know, weirdos who like spooky stuff. And that's not the kind of tourism I want. I want people with money coming to my island, not like those kind of weirdos, you know what I mean? So the quicker I can get this whole situation resolved, the better. You know, it's really, 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 really stressing me out. Oh, and obviously because I care about the well-being of the people as well, you know. Oh no, they might be in danger. Won't somebody help? But mainly my financial investments and assets and etc. etc. Yes.
Has there been any villagers that have been reported for any behaviour? Anyone sus?
Yeah, well, now obviously I don't want to like feed into the hysteria. I mean, obviously everyone who's left behind is very, very stressed out, but he didn't do himself any favours with that bridge incident, did he? So I suppose he brought this on himself. But Chief has barricaded himself in his little part of the island, destroyed the bridge accessing his home, and I don't think that bodes well for his innocence, does it really? If you don't have something to hide, why are you trying to keep everyone out? Yes.
What do you think?
Also, who's going to pay for that repair? Not me! I know Chief can't pay for it! He barely paid off the mortgage on his home! And he started to get, like, his face goes red actually, and now he's thinking about it, and he's like, my bridge! I only just finished paying off that bridge!
I heard you can get some human villagers that tend to be quite loose with their money. Might be good recruiting one of them.
Do you know anybody? When we're done here, take one of my brochures and give it to him.
For sure.
That makes him smile, and he like actually, his demeanor changes, he like lifts up a bit, and that makes him smile, and he's like, thank you, that's really kind of you. Really appreciate that.
Okay, so Sisyphus, what do you think of that chief fella? Do you think we should check them out first? Bron.
I was thinking that Mr. Nook, do you propose that we go to ask Chief about if Chief knows anything about this, or do we check the houses of the ones that were missing first?
Oh, you obviously know best. I mean, I brought you here to solve this, so you do what you think will be most pertinent to your investigations, obviously. I leave this terrible situation in your very capable paws. Isabel, beverages! And just as he kind of like rudely barks into the back room, she just kind of stumbles in like, keep your toupee on, I was just putting the ice in the tea. And she like comes in with these like two beverages in the glasses and like lays them down in front of you and does a little respectful bow at you both, and then kind of just stumbles back to her desk and throws herself in her office chair and tries to look like that they're looking at the paperwork in front of them, but you get the impression that they've completely like zoned out and are just like looking at like something far off in the cosmos. You know, they're clearly like drifting in and out a little bit. They're very tired. And so you've got these beverages in front of you, and it does look like particularly nice coffee and iced tea. You know, she's done that perfectly. And Tom Nook kind of sits there from across his table with his big pot belly, glaring at you both with a little evil little smirk on his face, rubbing his little paws together like, yes, these two will solve my problems and I can go back to making money. He doesn't say that, but, you know, that's kind of the vibe you get.
Thank you for the drink, Isabel.
You both very welcome. They say without even like looking at you, like they turn in your direction a bit and raise a paw, but you know, again, not 100% there right now. Clearly, very, very tired.
Okay, Alice. Do you want to check on check on him first, or do we go to one of the houses?
I feel like, we can't just go to Chief without any evidence, I suppose. Maybe it would be good to check out one of the houses just to see if there's any clues in there.
Like kick down Chief's door and be like, "Where's me?"
Yeah. Well, we might
Okay.
find some. If
Okay.
there's anything.
What about the furthest one away from Chief's house? What if Chief sees us starting poking around in those houses and has a bad reaction out of it?
Oh,
As well, Chief's house is on D5. If you can see, that's why the
Yeah,
bridge has been destroyed, and they've
ah.
trapped themselves in. From what you got the conversation, obviously everyone was accusing him of the missing peoples. So, I mean, he is a wolf as well, which is probably where it started. So whether he's just sick of dealing with everyone's nonsense, or whether he's actually guilty and he's kind of like, blocked him and his victims in a little island. You'll have to figure that out for yourselves. But the bridge has been destroyed, and it has been destroyed by Chief. That much is known.
Mr. Nook, which are the houses of the deal of these deals? Because it's a very like right there hearing us.
Yes. So he points to the map, and one of the houses just off to the left, behind like the town hall and stuff within the main island. He points to that, the furthest one on the left, and he's like, that house was Maple's, and Maple went missing last night. So if you're gonna find any evidence, it's gonna be her house, because she was kidnapped less than maybe 14 hours ago, maybe. She was here. I saw her yesterday, and this morning, nowhere to be seen.
So they're being kidnapped from their homes, do you think, or do they go out at night? Do you think?
He kind of trails off and looks very somber and says that Maple was definitely taken from her home. That'll be clear to you when you get there. Not all of them were, but Maple was definitely taken from her home. There's clear sign of a struggle, and the door was forcibly opened.
Right. I think it's Maple's we should check first then.
Okay, Maple is it then. Okay, I just tried to gulp down my coffee as fast as possible.
Yeah, it's a little too hot to slurp down, but you kind of have to, and so
What can I roll to just drink it?
Yeah, you don't have to roll up for that. You can just drink it down. You're not burnt, but it's a tiny bit hotter than you'd have liked. But if you're gonna head to D3, which is where Maple's house is, and so that's just a short leisurely stroll behind the retail areas and through a little forest. And as you go there, you see in the distance along that walk to your right, the ruined bridge, which you can assume is that way is where Chief is. And so as you come out, there's actually two houses, as you can see on the map, kind of near each other. But as you head to the leftmost one, it's Maple's house, and there's this beautiful little slice in a little wooded cove. There's little bits of trees and stuff, and a little picket fence, and there's this little small building and a door which is just a little bit crooked, it's a little bit off its frame.
Okay.
And there's a lot of upturned, a potted plant's been smashed. Some lawn ornaments have been knocked over. The earth at the door has been turned up. There's been some kind of activity around this area, and like you say, the door is a little off as well, which is a bit odd.
Okay. I want to investigate if there's any like body hair or anything that could come off an animal around here.
Yeah. Sure, go for it.
Okay.
So, roll me a perception.
I got. Wait, what? I got a 6.
So, you're like, nah, man, this is fine. You don't even notice like the upturned plant until you walk past it. You're completely oblivious. You're like, obvious signs of entry. Like, you don't even realize the door is obviously like off at like a 15-degree angle and stuff. You're like, nah, this is fine.
Yeah,
You're completely, you're just completely oblivious to everything. Like, is this even the right place? This looks fine.
Okay, I'm going to give it a shot and see if I can just open the door.
Oh yeah, no, like you like go to hold the door and it like falls inward. Like it was ripped off its frame, and obviously whoever was here last just tried to put it back as best they could to not freak anyone else out who came by. But no, it weren't even like on the hinges anymore. It just plunk, and it kicks up a thin layer of dirt that had like been scattered on the inside of this room. And so you can kind of like peer in, and because obviously how bright it is at this time of the day, you know, it's like 2 o'clock or whatever, you can immediately like see inside to this little like humble accommodation of this house. And so it's inside of it is pretty well decorated. There's a piano to the left. There's a few like home comforts, a bed, a radio. And you see there's like a number of stuffed bears, one of which has been like ripped open and its stuffing spilled out all over the floor in a sort of almost like gory metaphor. Thankfully, it is only a plush. And one of the windows has been left open, so like a breeze is trickling in from the right side of the building as well as the door that's now been left open. Yeah, other than that, you can just kind of see the most sort of like immediate signs of struggle in the same way. Like I said, you know, there's things have been knocked over, things have been like sort of moved, the couch is off center, it's a bit crooked, and the radio has been left on, and some music is playing.
Oh, eerie.
Damn. Well, which was the area with more struggle? The one that looks the more moved around?
In the middle of the room where the couch and the table is, the couch is like knocked off to one side, and there's a stuffed animal that's been like ripped open, like teared in half, and it's spilled all of its like stuffing as if it was its guts all over this table. And that's what like obviously that's where like the most of the sort of scuffle seems to have happened.
I'm going to try to investigate in that area, rolling for perception, right?
Yeah. So roll investigation is a skill, isn't it, Luna? Yeah.
It should be a skill, yeah.
Oh. Yeah. So if you look on your like on your sheet, yeah. Do you see it? Like, just immediately right of your stats. They'll be like, skills. Yeah.
The skills.
Yeah, skills. So that just tells you how your stats affect skills. So if you look at one of them, will say like investigate, and it'll say like +1 or +2 or -1 or whatever. So roll a d20 and then add that number or take it away depending on what your modifier is.
I see that it has an intelligence like right in brackets. Does the intelligence affect investigation?
Yeah, it'll say the number, how much it is on the left of the word. So mine is +2 investigation.
Well, not that it matters because I have both of them 0.
Oh,
right?
Oh, +0, yeah. So you just roll a d20 and tell me the number then. I don't subtract anything. You're average at that skill, basically.
A 4.
Yeah, no, you two are both like, this is a nice place here. Like, so like, other than the things I just described, you don't immediately realize anything else. No.
Damn.
So you come up to it and you like spend like 5 minutes like studying it, and Luna's stood there looking at you like, oh my god, what have they like found? What brilliant breakthrough has Sisyphus broken? And then you look at it and you go, somebody destroyed this teddy bear, and it's like, duh. But yeah, neither of you are picking up on anything. You're just like,
Sissy, I can't find anything here.
yeah, you're like this. You're like, wow. You just like you look at each other, and then I imagine you both being like, wow, Maple is so scruffy. Like it doesn't even click. She really needs to like look. You know, this home is like well untidy.
Mm.
Well, you know, to be like, you know, completely missing the obvious what's actually going on. You're just like, wow, she's well scruffy.
What dirt is inside? Is it from the plant pots or?
Something came in and didn't wipe its feet. Even with your terrible investigation rolls, that's obvious.
Is
like
there...
something came. Sorry.
Is there footprints because there's some dirt?
Yes. And they are large footprints, like too large to be a person's footprints.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so like they're too big to be a person. So it's not the footprints of Maple or the footprints of any of the other people who live on this island. You know, as in like you know how big a person's foot is. And we're talking at least twice the size of a person's footprint. So, like, you can only assume it's some kind of, like, large animal.
Or really big shoes.
Yeah, no, because...
A costume.
Yeah, but, like, this isn't, like, somebody's footprint that, like, could... There's no way even, like, the biggest wolf you've ever met wouldn't leave footprints this big, you know, or an elephant, or any of the other large villager types, a lion perhaps. Like, these are massive even for like big peoples. These are far too big to have been left by a person.
Hey Alice, didn't you have a background in theater?
Yes, I do.
You can maybe see if you can check the difference if they're real footprints or they're just like big prop footprints.
Do we have access to the internet on this island?
You have your look phones.
Right, I'm going to take a picture of the footprint and see if I can reverse image search or search similar image, on Google or whatever.
Yeah, no, like I said, when you reverse like image search it, like I don't know, on like Nook Images, yeah, the only things coming back are like animal footprints. You know, like not anything consistently, because again, there's no exact matches, but the closest matches are like brown bears, but not like obviously like maple brown bears. I'm talking like a grizzly bear, not a talking person bear, a wild animal bear, or like some kind of, you know, some kind of massive creature. If like sorry.
I said it 3 times. Could I roll animal handling to see whether this is actually an animal's footprint compared to a costume?
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Okay. I got 11.
Come to Sisyphus, and you're like, as far as I can tell, based on the information in front of us, it looks like Maple was just attacked by a wild animal in the middle of the night and just like taken. But obviously, that's confusing because if this was a wild animal attack, you'd expect to see, well, gore. If an animal was starving and came in to like eat Mabel, then why is there no like blood or signs of violence? So that's confusing. But based on these footprints and your knowledge of like theatre, these don't look like fake or forgeries. These look like real animal footprints. So you've got kind of these two conflicting narratives in your head at the moment because something isn't adding up, basically.
It's possible, though, if the door was knocked down at night, an animal could have come in afterwards.
Yeah, 100%.
But if it was an animal, why the door was tried to be left like if nothing has happened?
Oh, I assume that was Tom Nook when.
Oh, right. It might have been Tom Nook tried to hide whatever happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know.
Tom Nook was here. Let me. I go outside and see if I can find anything lying in the ground that says that Tom Nook was here.
Yeah, go for it.
Like it was like before perception.
Yeah, roll me perception.
Okay, let me put the command. It was a D20 and perception +3. Wow, critical hit.
Okay,
Oh, nice.
so you while looking around, so you're looking in this garden and you're like, there's nothing here, this is crazy, this is madness. And then you get a breakthrough. As you're coming back into Maple's house to kind of tell Luna that you've come up empty-handed, you notice in the door frame where this door has been like ripped off its hinge, part of the hinge that is still attached to the frame, there is a clump of yellowish orange fur that's got caught in the metallic, the fitting, and it's been like ripped out and kept there, and it's like a yellow orangish fur. And it's not Maple's fur because she has a brown fur. Because, you have photos of the villagers and stuff that Tom Nook gave you.
Oh, okay.
So you find this fur and you're like, hang on, wait a minute. It's like almost like mangy as well. When you go to pick it up, it's a bit greasy.
Yummy.
Hair.
But yeah, which villages does it match then when we look at their pictures?
Hang on. Yeah. So the villagers on this island. So obviously the missing villagers. Kid, right? It's Olivia who has white fur, Fuchsia who has pink fur, and Big Top who has grey fur. So it doesn't match any of the missing villagers. And the only villagers on the island are Kevin, who has orange fur, so it matches Kevin. Ketchup, who has red fur, but it doesn't match Ketchup. And Chief, the primary suspect, also has orange fur, so it matches Chief as well. And the other villagers on the island is Kid, who has grey fur, so it doesn't match him. Avery, who doesn't even have fur because he's a bird, so he's definitely out, and it would be grey anyway. And also Goldie, who has, again, orange fur. So Goldie, Kevin, and Chief all have a fur colour based on their little photos you've got in their profiles that you've got in your little fact file things that Tom Nook gave you when you landed. Those three villagers all have fur which match the clump that you have now on you. And we'll say you have a little baggie to put this fur in to keep it separate and stuff, so you can take it with you.
Who are the missing villagers? Could you list them again? I'm just going to tap them.
So, reported missing is Maple, who went missing last night. Olivia the cat and Big Top the elephant are also missing. And the whole thing started a week ago when Fuchsia went missing, and she's a pink deer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, poor Olivia.
Olivia has been kidnapped. Do-do-do.
Bum bum bum.
Okay, I got the list right here with pictures of them.
Well, it looks like we can narrow down to 3 suspects. I mean, I won't go quickly to that, but I mean, it helps, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
I mean, yeah, like, and obviously, like, it's not like that is a really good breakthrough, Sissy Puss, because it's not like you found this, like, in the room, because obviously Maple would have visitors. It wouldn't be that strange to see any of their, like, fur or fingerprints in her house, because you don't know that they're enemies or anything, so you have no reason not to think that they would be there, but specifically in the door frame that was ripped off, that's incriminating, yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, so that's where you're at.
who you doing a question first?
Okay, so where do we go from here?
I think
We
we
just have some orange top of her.
Yep.
We could. Oh no, because the other villagers
Well,
were missing, not from their house, wasn't it?
No, yeah. So it also not just an orange tuft of fur, but also impossibly large footprints. Those are the 2 pieces of evidence you found. Impossibly large footprints and orange, yellowish, matted fur clump. Those are the 2 big things you've discovered.
Right. Well.
Okay.
Just. Out of them 3, Kevin looks the largest, but not that large.
Kevin's probably larger than Chief, but Chief is probably taller than Kevin.
The footprints are
Oh.
completely, you know.
Oh, the one thing that you immediately realise, in fact, both of you roll me insight right now,
Okay.
and let me know if either of you roll
Insight.
higher than a 10. Yeah, insight.
I just got a 10.
+1. Insight.
Critical success, critical. You also, you say you rolled a 1?
No, I got a 10.
No, I know you rolled a 10. I'm asking.
I got a 7.
Okay, so you didn't. You missed this, but Luna, you kind of thinking about this, and you're like, right, you're weighing them up, and then you kind of stop and think, hang on, Kevin's a boar. Boars don't have feet; they have hooves.
My brain only just worked. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, hang on, wait a minute. And also, now that you look at it, Kevin has very short fur, so while you can't rule him out, because like you say, he could be using fake feet. You know, that was something you suggested. But maybe because obviously, like you infighted it and you thought these look real, but maybe they're just super good synthetics. So you can't rule him out, but you immediately kind of think, well, hang on, Kevin's a boar. He's got very short fur and he has cloved hooves for feet, so he wouldn't leave these type of prints. Where Chief and Goldie both, though their feet are smaller, their footprints would be a closer match if we ignore the size of them for a second and just the shape. They are almost like canine feet prints. But again, they're still far too large to have been left by either of them, without obviously you having some other information available to you, like from where you're standing right now. So, you know, it could very realistically be fake, and if they're fake, that doesn't then rule out Kevin. But that is just something that you kind of dawn on. You're like, hang on, he's a pig, he has cloved hooves. That's just something that kind of dawns on you while you're studying this house.
Where is Goldie's house on the map? We're seeing who lives closest to Maple.
Goldie is like the one immediately to the right. You just pass Goldie's house. You can see Goldie's house from Maple's window.
It might be a good idea just to check because she's right there then.
Yeah, I was thinking of also an idea of interrogating the least likely one first and see if someone else reacts to us already being apparently poking around.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like I said, Goldie's house is 5 minutes away. Like I said, you could see Goldie's house from Maple's window. Like, it's just right there. There's like one fruit tree and a small little meadow to cross. And you're right there, and it's this simple little like greenish painted house with an oak door and a white picket fence. You know, a really neat array of pansies outside, all the same colour. Very, very, very safe and simple architecture and design. And you can see from the light coming from the inside that it seems that Goldie is home.
Knock, 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 really hard.
Or flies open like immediately, like as if she was waiting behind the door. And you're met with this bright-eyed, orangey yellowed furred big smile. She's wearing a single piece green sketched dress and a beret, and she smiles at you and is like, "Hello."
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I want to roll an insight on her to see if she's like nervous.
Yeah.
Oops, nope. I rolled a d10. Let me try that again.
Yeah. If I'm rolling a d10.
Wow, I got higher than the d10. I got a 5.
Yeah, it seems really friendly.
She just must be like this all the time.
Can I help you guys?
Yeah, we just want to ask some questions about, well, I'm sure you've noticed some villagers not being...
What? What have I noticed?
The mess at Maple's house last night. Did you hear anything?
Oh, I've not been out of the house. I wouldn't know. What Maple does in her own time is her own business. I'm not here to judge.
Did you hear anything, or...?
No. Why would I?
Because you're practically neighbours. Maybe.
Yes, I know, but I don't pry. I didn't hear anything anyway. You know, it's fine. What Maple does in her own time is Maple's business. It's honestly, I'm not. You know, she doesn't bother me. Don't worry about it. Don't worry yourselves about it. It's honestly fine.
And you haven't noticed that the other villagers are not as, you know, active
outside as much.
We've got a few folks out of town. It's honestly not that big of a deal. Like, you know.
Oh, you know. So you know.
Got new friends.
You know where Olivia and Big Top went then?
I don't know, but they'll be back, I'm sure.
I'll look at
Like, I mean, what? Like, they're not going to be gone forever, silly. They'll just, you know, they've gone on a trip. They'll be back soon. By the end of the week.
End of the... Okay, can I try to check if she's like being genuine about it, or she's kind of lying?
Yeah, when Luna asks to do an insight check, that's what that is. So, like, you're seeing if, like, when you do an insight check, you're, like, seeing if you believe them, or, like, if they're telling the truth, that kind of thing. Or whether you feel like maybe they're lying or deflecting. So, it'll be based on your charisma, I think, insight.
I think I better go to check if
wisdom.
If there's something or behind.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just roll an insight check, and I'll let you know.
Oh, insight. Yeah. Okay.
So
the 20 and insight is 21.
No, you're immediately like, this is completely off the cuff. Like, it's very suspicious. Or at the very least, she is very uncomfortable. Whether she's, you know, what she's saying isn't genuine. Whether she's trying to lie to you, or whether she's trying to lie to herself, you don't know. but this is coming across very suspicious. As I'm sure you realised out of character, you realise in character, like, something isn't right about the body language, her attitude, everything about her just seems a bit off.
Okay, Goldie, have you heard anything about your neighbor, Chief?
Like I keep to my business. She keeps to her own. Like, if she comes to my door, I'm always gonna make time for her. But I'm not gonna go prying into my neighbor's business, silly.
We talk about Chief, not Mabel.
Oh, well, the same. I mean, the same applies to him as I did to her. I mean, I know that he destroyed the bridge, but oh my gosh, Ketchup was getting everyone to harass the poor guy. I'd probably want to lock myself up in a small little prison too, if I was him.
What was Ketchup accusing him of?
Eating people or kidnapping them or something. I kept telling everyone that they've just gone on a trip, they've just gone shopping, but she's such a drama queen. She's got to always make something out to be something it's not. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I love her. Ketchup's great, but you know what I mean. I'm just not a gossiper, and she very much is a gossiper.
How are you so sure they're on trips? Have you been in contact with them? Texting them?
No, but why? How are you so sure something bad has happened to them?
Well, it's just about being safe, isn't it? Rather be safe than sorry. And it's a bit odd they haven't told anyone that they were going on a trip.
That's their right if they want to go on a trip. All of them, 4 of them, all within a week of each other, and none of them have come back.
By the way, did you happen to know where did you hear about all of them going to a trip? Did they told you or someone else?
I mean, I don't know that. That's just what I'm assuming. Because where else would they be? Like, I mean, like, nothing bad could have happened to them. We're in an island paradise, so. Like, what is the alternative here?
I know it must be hard to comprehend, Goldie, and you don't want to think about it, but we have to entertain the idea that perhaps something not consensual happened to them, and it's not on a trip.
I don't have to do any of those things, thank you very much.
Sissy first, do we show the evidence we found?
No, I won't even show her the evidence. I'm just going to put the 4 directly onto hers and see if they match.
Oh, they kind of like reel back a bit and like, what are you doing? But in that time, you for it could be a match, but you can't rule it out. But it's also not a obvious like perfect match. It appears to be a bit of a darker color than her fur. But again, she didn't just let you like line it up perfectly. She kind of like moved away from you and was like, excuse me, what are you doing? But you get the idea. If you were to, someone put a gun to your head, you'd be like, no, it's not a match. But it could be. Maybe if it was like in a bad light, or maybe it's come from a part of her body that's a bit darker, maybe. But no, it doesn't seem to match.
Okay.
I guess she's just in denial.
Goldie,
you're a pessimist. Do you think of that?
Dear Goldie, aren't you afraid that poor old chief can't go out to like eat or see his friends. Aren't you worried about that? I know that he destroyed the bridge himself, but you know, he must have thought or something in case that happens.
I agree with you there. I think that Chief is the victim here, and that's what we should all be focusing on, not these random people who left our community of their own free will. I think the real injustice here is Ketchup's little gossip mouth and the effect it's had on Chief. I completely agree with you. You're right. Yep, 100%. That's the real travesty. He's the victim here.
I have an idea. I'm going to start a video call to Alice's Nook phone, and I'm going to roll sleight of hand to see if I can leave my phone in Goldie's houses without her noticing, like just right by the door frame.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna like what? Take a picture of the inside of a house? Did you say like sneakily?
No. Leave it in a video call.
Yeah.
With to Alice's Nook phone.
So you're gonna start a video call. So you're basically trying to leave your phone behind as like a plant.
Yeah.
Preferably.
Yeah, like a bug. So you could like
so she doesn't notice that I'm doing that.
Sure. Sleight of hand.
What's your dex?
Dexterity +2.
Mine is yeah, mine's +2. So it'll be the same. Never mind. You try. I was gonna see if I could be better at it, but I'm not. I get +4 to sleight of hand. Is that any better than yours?
Okay. Alice does the video call and Alice leaves their phone.
Yeah, if I've got a higher sleight of hand, it might be better just to try with mine.
Right, like leave your phone inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Go for it.
Roll.
It's gonna have you a pretty good roll though.
I know. Oh no, I've not been getting good rolls at all. Oh come on! I got a 9.
Okay, so like as you guys leave, like and you leave, you're going down the path, and then like the door opens and Goldie's like, "Wait, you forgot your phone, silly!"
Oh. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, that would have been that was nearly a travesty. Thank God I just noticed on your way out, and they like hand you it back. But thankfully you don't get the impression that they're like being sarcastic. They don't realize that you were deliberately trying to leave your phone.
Oh. Thank you for your time.
Oh, you're very welcome. Oh yes, of course. Happy to help. And you know, feel free to come back anytime if you have any further questions. I'm always happy for having company.
So sick.
And then the door like slams.
She was totally waiting for us when we came over. But
Okay. Let's plan B. Same idea, but I'm going to try to leaving my phone on a tree, so at least we can see if Goldie lives or something.
oh, the fruit tree. Next time.
So you're gonna prop your phone up in a tree and just like watch the front of Goldie's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You don't need to roll for that. That's fine. You can just do that if you want.
And what time is it in the game? Was it just 2 PM?
It was 2 p. It was like say right now it's about like 3 o'clock.
Okay.
You know, so it's still like peak sun. You've got maybe like 4 hours, maybe 5 hours until like it goes dark.
I might want to talk to Ketchup. What do you think, Sisyphus?
Yeah, I know. You know, let's go talk to Ketchup. Where does Ketchup lives?
Oh yeah, Ketchup just like lives out on the island. But actually you have to cross the bridge. From where Maple was, Ketchup is on the left island house, like so that in between C and D on 2. It's basically the nearest one left of Maple's. So it's only like a 15-minute walk, and you have to cross a bridge to get to it.
Okay.
Yeah. And Ketchup lives in this little red and green house with the roof is green, and it's got a really like kind of cluttered outer yard that's full of like ornaments and like plastic flamingos and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go up and knock, but not too hard on Ketchup's door.
Yeah. And so like you hear this like clop 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 clop, and the door opens, and you're met with this very short, very very red looking creature, and immediately she opens the door and is immediately, oh my gosh, hi guys, nice to meet you. I'm called Ketchup. So nice to meet some new people. When did you guys get here? And she's just like immediate verbal diarrhea. You can't get a word in edgeways. She's just, you know, she's just asking you who you are, where you come from, have you been to town before? It's just you don't even get like, you don't even respond. She just question after question. Oh my gosh! Oh my god! And you just stood on this like outside a house with her stood in the front at just in the door frame, just asking you 20 questions.
I'll just wait till she calms down.
And then like she pauses to take a deep breath, and then just starts going up again.
Hello there. My name is Sisyphus, and they are Alice, and we're tourists here, and we want to see not the island itself, but the people of this island. I've heard interesting stuff about the villagers around here, and I want to see if you can answer us some questions about them.
Well, my good friend Sisyphus, you have come to the right duck. I am the person who knows everything about everybody who's anybody in this island. What do you want to know?
Well, first of all, I've heard about some poor fella that apparently their bridge got destroyed, and now he can't cross outside of his little island. He's kind of like trapped in there. Do you know if he's fine or anything about that guy?
That guy did that to himself, I'll have you know. He broke the bridge himself, which proves he's guilty. He can rot for all I care. Why should we care about a person who eats people?
Excuse me, what?
She's got like her 2 little wings on her hip. She's giving you like the hands on the hip, but with wings. Like, he's a monster, and he ate Olivia in cold blood, and she was my bestie, and now she's wolf chow.
Wow, that's one hell of a accusation.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 questions, my dear Ketchup. Well, 3 questions. Why it smells like tomatoes in here? Second of all, well, what do you mean that Chief just ate Olivia?
Well,
Thirdly, do you know about the bridge? Because did anybody saw that the Chief destroyed the bridge himself, or that's just what you heard?
well, first things first. People went missing, and then Olivia went missing, and then Big Top went missing, and now Maple's missing. And after Olivia went missing, I told everyone that Chief did it because I thought that Chief did it, but I didn't actually know if he did it. But then he destroyed the bridge, which proves he did it, because if he didn't do it, then why did he destroy the bridge? And they didn't just disappear into thin air, and he's a wolf. And you know, in the before times, when we were all cave animals, wolves ate people, so he did it. Also, during the night I've been hearing growling and roaring, and who growls and roars? A wolf does. Case in point, Chief ate Olivia. Olivia is my bestie. He can rot in the island. We are all safer now that he can't get to the rest of us. Good riddance, I say.
However, hang on. When did he break the bridge?
Like 3 days ago?
And since then, Maple's gone missing.
Last night?
So how could he have gotten Maple if he's stuck on his island?
I don't know. Maybe he fixed the bridge, crossed it, ate Maple, and then re-broke the bridge before we woke up. It's not that. Don't laugh. This is my friend has been eaten, and you're laughing. Do you think this is funny?
No.
I am down one bestie. I only have like 2 besties left. That's embarrassing. Do you know what will happen if it gets out that I've only got 2 besties? I will never live it down. Also, I mean, I guess it's sad that Olivia's dead, but mainly...
Which are the other besties?
You know... One of them doesn't live on the island. We're like online besties. And the other one is, you know... Well... Isabel is my bestie, I guess, now. I wouldn't have called her my bestie, but she got upgraded to bestie because Olivia's gone, and, you know, I've got to have a bestie. At least, like, 1 or 2. And you can't just have only an online bestie, because that's embarrassing, so... I mean, I guess Goldie counts as well, but, you know, she's a bit boring. I mean, what's a bestie without gossip? Am I right, fam?
So true, Ketchup.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this story's getting even more confusing because, I mean, it's true. Chief couldn't have gotten Maple if he's stuck.
He just rebuilt the bridge, crossed it, ate Maple in one foul swoop, and then crossed the bridge again and then re-broke it. What are you not understanding about that? It's really, really simple.
Sure.
What?
Sisyphus. I don't really think there's much else to get from here. What do you think?
Well, thank you very much, Ketchup. Just in case, do you post any of your all of that gossip online, or do you just keep it between people on IRL?
Oh my gosh, are you trying to get my socials? Look, I
Exactly.
mean, I'm flattered, but you're just not my type, so embarrassing.
Can I roll strength to see if I can hit her with the pole vault? No, just kidding.
Roll for initiative.
Dies.
No, just kidding.
No, I know. But yeah, her ego is just so big that if you're asking for her Animal Crossing Instagram, whatever that'd be called, you just had to have been interested in her like that. Just unfortunately, she can't see past her own ego, and you get that vibe pretty quickly. And also that she's convinced that Chief is behind all this.
Yeah, her story's amazing.
Yeah. and while obviously it does look bad for Chief, you do know that he did destroy the bridge after, Ketchup decided he'd done it, and then the bridge was destroyed. And obviously, Goldie told you that Ketchup has tried to like convince the other members of the island that it was Chief as well. So like Avery and Kevin and Kid and stuff.
Maybe it is time to visit Chief. I don't have a pole vault though, but W did, but W's gone to the Airbnb. I wonder if they'll let us borrow the pole vault.
Okay, I do have a pole vault, but we need to
So
check if we can rent one.
Rent one, yes, we could rent one. That's also an idea.
Okay,
Or oh no, yeah, you hang on.
No, I forgot the name of the store. There is it in the part where there are the businesses a store, right?
Oh, the Knucklings.
Yes, the Knucklings.
Yes.
Yes. If you look at the bottom of the map, you can see the Knucklings, the Able Sisters like boutique, and then the museum. They're basically just like on the bottom of the map, bottom left.
Okay, at least let's go get ourselves another pole vault.
Sure.
So, as you like walk along the path, again on these beautiful meadows and grassy areas, you notice like a little retail hub, for lack of a better word. There's like a few market stalls, and then there's the large building, the museum, which is huge and imposing and has these like Greek pillars. And at the back of this structure, there is like a construction tent, and there's a lot of like spades and barrels and stuff kind of scattered around the back of this. So there's some kind of renovation going on, perhaps. And then just adjacent to this museum is a Telltale branded Knuckling retail outlet, which is just kind of situated opposite the museum. And it's very easy to find. And there's a big sort of sign that like peers out for miles, lighting up, you know, shop.
Okay, doke. Yeah, I'll just go get my vault.
So you go in, and there's these two little raccoons. You know, they go in and they're just like, welcome, yes. Can we help you? What do you want to buy today?
Do you guys have any pole vaults?
Oh, of course. We've got plenty of tools for sale. Anything else?
Not at the moment, no.
No.
That will bring your total to 600 bells, please.
And
Alice, do we split it evenly, or do I just give you 100 and we sort this out later?
Yeah, we'll sort this out later. I'll go catch some wasps later and sell them or something.
Oh, right.
Do.
Okay, but evenly, or just I give
100 is
100.
fine. Yeah.
Okay.
So you give them the money, and they like count every single coin and keep looking up at you and then back at the money. You know, it takes an excruciating amount of time. They like lose, because of kids, they like lose count halfway through and have to like start again. But after all that's done, they put it away and they're like, pleasure, and they like hand you this like paper bag, which is somehow holding a pole vault thing, even though the paper bag is like very small. And they hand you it, and then there you go, and that's a pole vault, and you've now got a second pole.
Is it flimsy?
No.
Oh, a strong one.
Nice.
Nice, thank you.
Bye. Hope to see you again.
Yeah, thank you, kids.
the little like, you know, the bell on the door rings as you leave.
Okay, let's. Alice, can you check the video call real quick
Oh yeah.
to see if all this house it has still lights on it?
I check. Are the lights still on?
Perfect.
Oh, Yeah. Goldie is home. Goldie hasn't done anything.
Okay.
Like, as you got to check the feed, you see them like look through their curtains and then like close them again. But other than that, no, they've not left. They're still home.
Okay. Let's go around the town hall to avoid Goldie seeing us, just in case.
Yeah. So you're heading around the town hall. So you're heading east.
East and then north to...
Oh right, yes.
Chief's
You're
Hut.
heading to the broken bridge to try and get to Chief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
just doing a long going
So,
a long way to
to
avoid...
pull. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. No, that makes sense. So you travel along like this sort of wooded area, and you notice there's like plenty of every so often you'll see a tree with lots of fruit on it. Peaches seem to be the most populous fruit in this area. And so when you get to the back end of where this bridge is in a clearing, and there's this a wooden bridge which connects like a gorge from the flowing river that cuts through this island, and it's been like the supports have been knocked out, and now littering the riverbed is a bunch of wooden debris, and either side of where the bridge was is still like up, but there's obviously a gap now where it's like collapsed in on itself. To cross the bridge, I need you to do a routine, which is just basically an easy dexterity check. And because you're using the pole vaults, you have advantage. And just for those who aren't familiar with D&D as much, not naming any names, advantage means that you can re-roll the test. So if you fail, you can roll it again.
Okay, advantage.
Yeah.
How do I check the advantage on this situation?
So so what advantage means is you can re-roll if you get a bad roll, basically. And to do this, it's athletics. It's an athletics test. A pole vault over the gap.
Could it be an acrobatics test?
I'll allow acrobatics. Athletics or acrobatics, whatever you've got higher bonus on.
When I have advantage, I end up re-rolling twice anyway, just in case I get a crit.
Yeah, or alternatively, when you have advantage, you could just roll the dice twice and pick the highest. That is the best way of doing it. Because then you basically roll 2d20 plus your modifiers on both, and then just tell me the highest one. Yeah, you're right. That is the best way of doing it.
Okay. My highest roll is 21.
Oh yeah, you clear this like a professional, like an acrobat at a circus. You just whoosh, you make it look easy, and land with grace on the other side, like a feather creature of weightlessness. You just breeze through the air.
Okay, I use my pole vault, and because of my background on wood chopping, it's more of a survival role to cross the bridge safely instead of doing it gracefully.
I'll allow that. Yeah, that's fine by me. I'll allow you to roll survival instead if you want.
Okay, roll.
But you still have advantage as well, so roll it twice and tell me the highest.
Not D20 plus 3 modifier for survival. I got a 19 on the first one.
Yeah, that's more than enough. You can roll the second one if you want, but 19 will do it. Both of you just whoosh, you pole vault over. Again, you make it look easy. Clearly not your first time using a pole to cross a stream.
Okay, I go with the 19 one.
Yeah. So you both clear it and you land on the other side of this meadow, and you realise that it's a small little like plot of land which is on all sides cut off by streams. So this is isolated, at least without without some kind of tool to cross. And it's a small little ring of trees with a little path that leads into an open clearing with a small humble little cottage in its centre, with a fireplace with a small little trickle of smoke climbing out.
Okay.
I want
And
to. If it's okay, can I be sneaky and look through the window?
I was thinking the same.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Are you both going to try and sneak up together, or are you one of you going to wait behind?
My
Basically.
stealth is +4. What's yours, Brian?
+2.
Okay, it's up to you. We can do it together if you want.
Okay.
That's fine.
I'm going to give it a shot
D-
with a D20 and
Yeah, Robbie's stealth, basically.
Ooh, I got 23.
Ooh, creeping up.
Uh-oh.
What did you roll?
Okay. Alice 23 and I got a 10.
You got a 10? Yeah, I'll allow a 10. That's fine.
Oh,
That's
phew.
just close. Yeah, just enough. Yeah. So you sneak up slowly, and you kind of like peer in through the window, and sat in the corner of this room, like in the dark. So you have to like peer in through a little slit in the curtain. It's all like all the curtains have been drawn, and there's just an open fire with a bubbling cauldron.
Hmm.
Maybe he's cooking a maple stew.
I was thinking. Oh god. What does it smell like?
It smells like it does. It smells pretty. Smells like some kind of broth, maybe. Like you said, there's definitely something cooking in there.
Is it vegetable or do I smell?
I mean, there's vegetables in there, definitely, but like, would you know what the smell of slow roasted bear would be? I guess.
Okay.
You probably
we don't
wouldn't.
know the smell of that, so can I give it a shot and see if with perception I can see if there's like anything on the room that gives the idea that there was someone else there, like some piece of clothing or something that maybe doesn't belong to whoever lives there?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, will be a D20 with a, because it's perception, it will be +3. 22.
Yeah, okay, 22. So there's nothing like immediately that like pokes out at you. Like you don't see like someone's like clothing or anything. You do realize as well that there's not like any sign of, again, like gore. Like if this was if this was like a meaty food, you'd imagine to see some kind of like evidence of butchery. You know, there's no like table or like bloody like hatchet or anything. There's not like any sign of a struggle or someone being skinned, and you know, like or an obvious sign of a cleanup either. So if there has been some kind of butchery, it couldn't have been done in this room. But maybe he did it like somewhere in the woods, perhaps. At least like inside of his cabin, you can't see anything. But he's just stood in front of this like pot, stirring it, and looking pretty grumpy as well. But that's probably expected.
I guess we should just knock on the door.
No, wait. I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, for some reason, some chiefs destroyed the bridge.
This is true. We shouldn't really be here, but I mean,
we need to well, the lights are on. The broth is brewing. Do we have confirmation the chief is in there, or chief just left the lights on?
No, you saw Chief. You saw him like he stood over the cauldron, like stirring it and stuff. He's like cooking.
I'm gonna get my axe at the ready just in case. So it's just be out behind me. But yeah,
I do believe that my pole vault might work better as a weapon in my case, just in case.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I don't want to chop people off. I just want to just knock them down.
Hey,
Knock
I'm
them out,
not
yeah.
gonna use the sharp edge.
Yeah, just use clobber them.
Okay. I'm gonna knock. This is gonna scare him.
So,
Yeah.
and so there's a pause and this like silence, and then like so you hear some like shuffling around, a pause, and after what feels like a lifetime, finally there's a minute, and then some more commotion and some more shuffling about, and then slowly the bit of the door like creaks open, and you just see this one bloodshot beady eye peering out from like the shade inside his house, and as he opens his mouth to speak, his sharp, jagged maul, like full of razor sharp teeth, is peers through as he opens his mouth to speak, and he's like,
Oh gosh.
"How did you get here? Who are you people? What do you want?"
We have our ways to getting here. Well, our name doesn't really matter right now. But what really matters are the rumors that we heard. And don't worry, we are not saying anything yet. We just want to know if you are okay, and just ask some questions.
Well, I was okay until I got some unexpected visitors.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I can answer some questions, but you better make it quick.
Okay. First of all, do you know what happened to the bridge?
Yes, I broke it to keep people from bothering me. But if I'd have known that it wouldn't have worked, I wouldn't have bothered. 'Cause here you are, bothering me. Any more stupid questions?
Please?
Gosh. Do you know?
Oh, the other one speaks as well. I just thought you were for show,
Oh,
little
no. I start whimpering.
rabbit.
Do you know anything about the disappearances?
No, why? You're not like the rest of them, do you? Just assume that I've had something to do with it because I'm a wolf.
No,
Racist.
no,
Racist like the rest of them. And he goes to like slam the door.
no. I actually defended you, saying it couldn't possibly be you because your bridge was broken and Maple went missing last night.
And because of that, like he just like a millimeter away from having slammed the door, and then if you say that and he like opens it like just an inch, so now you can't see him but you know he's listening. He's like, "Go on."
Well, I just did you not? I don't know. Did you know any of the people who went missing? Olivia, Big Top, Fuchsia, Maple.
It's a small island. Obviously, I knew everyone who's missing.
And did you know if they had anything in common? Did they know? I don't know. It's just we haven't really got much to go off. And obviously, as you said, people were being quite, racist.
Oh, people have gone missing, so obviously the big bad wolf had something to do with it.
The big bad wolf? Is there a big bad wolf around here?
He opens the door to reveal himself in case you don't know who he is, and so he is an orange, quite large wolf. Is Chief? He's like, "Yeah, this one," and he points at himself with his paw.
Oh,
Just because
I just remembered the clues. I see. He freaked me out so much, my brain went blank. At Maypole's house, there was a couple of things we saw that were quite worrying. I should first show him the picture of the footprints on my phone. Oh wait, yeah, my phone's still with me. It's the other guy's phone is gone.
It's just not got the phone anymore.
Yeah, I forgot, but I've got the picture.
Yeah.
And as you can see, these prints are way too big to be any villager.
I know, that's what I keep telling them, but they don't listen to me.
So you've seen these prints before?
I ain't seen the prints. I've seen the thing that made the prints.
Mm.
The reactions. Oh gosh. Can you tell us about this thing you saw?
Late. And I didn't see it well enough to really tell you anything useful. And besides, everyone just said that I was trying to deflect responsibility, so there's no point. And he goes to close the door again.
Well, we found another clue. And I point to... Oh my god, why do I keep forgetting your name? How do I say it? Sisyphus. Sisyphus. Sisyphus got the fur.
Okay, you want to check something real quick? Don't freak out, and then I just put the hair on his skin again.
Oh no, he doesn't let you do that. Like, he's talking to you through a door that's maybe 2 inches open. Like, you can get the fur out, and he but you can't get it near him. He doesn't give you the opportunity. Like, you could ask, I suppose, but you couldn't just check.
Can you, Mr. Chief? Can you put your hand in nearby? I promise it's nothing, but I just want to check some color.
Hold me a persuasion check, because he's not really up for much at the moment. So you're gonna have to. Yeah, you're gonna have to try and
do it you.
out of it.
Can you ask?
Yeah.
Alice, can you ask Chief about it? Because you have the +4.
Yes, I have charisma, don't I? Persuasion. Right. Let me try. Uh, 12.
Yeah, go on then. He's like, why? What? Why do you need me to put my hand out?
We just need to check something.
You're probably gonna hurt me.
No. You can. We're not gonna touch you.
He's like, okay, no, you can come into here then.
All right.
And he opens up his little home.
Okay.
And he invites you in.
I put my axe away.
I put my pole vault in my pocket just in case, but still tucked away safely.
Yeah. So he lets you into his home, and the smell of this delicious stew is brewing. But yeah. And so he lets you in, and he's like, so what's going on now?
So we found some fur. We just want to make sure it's not someone. Well, if you're saying it's this creature, just want to compare it if it's yours first, and if it's not, then it's definitely not. Belongs to someone else.
So he's like, yeah, sure, I guess. And so you get this little, the bit of clump out, and you put it up to him, and it's unfortunately compatible.
Oh.
So it's not a perfect match, but obviously because of who he is, he's got fur and stuff, so it changes in color, as these things obviously do. And so yeah, there are like patches which is the color does match in some of his darker areas. Maybe not, but and so it's not a perfect match by any
No.
stretch. But it's a close enough color that you can't exclude it. You can't rule him out.
I want to look around his room to see if he's got a pole vault.
No, you can't see one anyway. He doesn't appear to have a pole vault.
Yeah, now I'm super confused because I didn't think.
What?
Chief, when you saw, I know you didn't see this creature too much, but did you happen to know what color it was?
He's like, no, it was dark, and obviously like it was the size of the thing more than anything. It was massive.
Where did you see it?
I saw it stalking the woods out to the west. About like 4 days ago, and I got out of there.
The woods in the west.
Yeah.
Okay.
Couldn't have been. It was within the main sort of part of the area as well, like a stone throw away from all the retail part, and it was massive. It was unbelievably big. It's a huge creature, a large creature. It was heading, say, from the west part of the island. I couldn't really make out what it was, but all I could tell was it was very big. Unbelievably big. Larger than anything I'd ever seen before in my life.
Like as big as a house?
No, but larger than any living thing I've ever seen, then, should I say.
And what was it, bipedal or quadruped?
It was bipedal.
Okay.
Do you notice anything peculiar about the silhouette? Like a snout or some ears? Or just if he was if they were hunchback or something?
No. Unfortunately, like I said, I didn't get a good look at the shape of it. I didn't stick around really to get a good look. I got out of there.
Okay, the other people that went missing, where are their houses located? I just want to see if they're like close to each other or not.
Yeah, they're all like on the west side of the island, like, or at least adjacent. They're all more or less on that side.
Would you say that Ketchup's the only one left on the west side that hasn't been taken yet?
Yeah, actually, now that you mention it.
I think we could do a stakeout outside of Ketchup's tonight. What do you think?
Camping night. Nice.
Yeah. I asked Chief actually. I'm just a feeble herbivore. It would be nice to have someone who's much stronger than me there. There's strength in numbers.
It's a suicide mission. You all need to take back whatever's brought you here and get the next plane out of this crazy despot. Tyler's cursed, I tell ye.
And what, you're just gonna let everyone else get taken when you know you could help and you've...
Persuasion.
I got a 19.
Yes, he's like, well, what? It's not. It's that's not fair. Like, it's not my responsibility to. Oh, you're right. Fine.
Yay!
I guess I could help.
A big good wolf.
I'm not happy about it though.
It's your chance to prove everyone wrong as well. Although I do agree, you shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that I think about it, we only have 2 pole vaults now.
Well, guess we... No. We'll have to throw the pole vault back over the river for him to crouch.
He's like, oh no, that's so unfortunate. I guess I can't. I guess
Oh,
I
you
can't
know
come with you
what?
guys after all.
Okay.
Oh, what
Okay,
a shame. That's so unfortunate. I was really up for it now as well, but
No. I'm getting another pole
no,
vault.
no.
I'm gonna
okay.
go.
I needed to take a bath anyway, so I just leave my pole vault there and try to do athletics to swim the river.
You're a bear. You should be able to swim.
Does it work? Can I roll for
Uh,
athletics?
Yeah. Athletics would be a good idea for sure.
Yeah, sure, go on then. He's like, look.
Athletics seems to be the correct one for swimming, right?
Yeah. Like, I hope you don't fail though, because like, what? You drown.
Yeah. So watch the
21. Oh, 21.
All right. Yeah, you just like power. You just honestly just like you are like apparently half fish. You just glide across the water.
Catch a fish in the while you're doing it.
Hardly.
Yeah, like
Like that guy swimming in Golden Boy, but I still swim with a problem.
yeah. You absolutely just clear it like it's nothing. Yeah.
Oh.
So you make it across, no issue, and I won't need you guys to re-roll. So you get across as well. Now you've got Chief on tour with you, coming along for the ride against his will. You've been just harassed this poor broken man into coming along. So you cross the pole vault. Sissy Puss is obviously like wet and has now emanating like a wet bear smell, which I imagine is like wet dog but worse.
You get back in.
But you managed to get across at least.
Right. Oh, I'm gonna check my phone to see the live stream of Goldie. By the way, just one more time.
Oh yeah, no, Goldie is the same. Like they've not done anything.
Yeah,
Like
I don't.
like they do the exact same thing where they like peer out through their window. They like to look out and then like go back inside.
I'm going. Well, the tree appears to be nearby, so I'm going to go retrieve my cell phone, since apparently Goldie is going to stay put at the moment.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the town hall and ask Tom Nook to borrow a tent.
So yeah, there's this huge like back and forth, and it's like pulling teeth. Like he doesn't even give you it. Like he wants cash up front, and eventually, the best you can get out of him is like a 500 bell deduction from your final pay to rent the tent.
Flipping.
And that's after like 20 minutes of arguing as well. Like you leave in a real bad mood. But you've got this big 4-man tent as well. And he's like, I want it back in a good condition, or I'll like take double from your pay.
Okay.
Damn. Sissy first, I just realised something. What is our plan? We see this monster, and then what?
Okay. I literally don't know. I don't know what to.
It's all right. You just hit it with your net.
No.
Right? Is that the plan?
Wait, I have my axe, to be fair, but also I was gonna think if I want to, because we're waiting till night time, I want to start trying to catch some wasps, put them in a jar. Maybe we could scare the thing off the island or something. If
I'm
not,
going to see if I can find a tarantula or scorpion. What time of the year it is?
Or 5 o'clock.
if worse comes to worse, I've got my axe, and we'll just have to.
Or pole vault.
It's clobbering time.
Oh wait, I have an idea. Just in case, does anybody know where can I get those pitfall pranks?
Oh, good idea! Oh, in
I
the
have,
town hall, there might be some in the recycling bin in the town hall.
yeah. Okay. Do I need to roll something if I'm lucky to find something in the recycling bin?
No, yeah, so you're looking for a pitfall seed in the recycling, and you like go through loads of tires and like bits of like wallpaper and some seeds, and after digging for ages, you find a singular pitfall seed in the bottom of this like pile of discarded bits and bobs.
Oh.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Now we're cooking up something.
Yes. The thing is, I don't think it's a good idea to tell Ketchup what we're doing, because I feel like Ketchup would get in the way. But I also don't want her coming outside and falling in the pitfall.
Oh, I thought it's funny.
It would be funny, but it also does completely ruin the plan. By the way, while I try to shake trees for wasps, what am I rolling to do that, to get these wasps?
Safely.
You don't have to roll anything to get the wasps, but the moment the wasps appear, and then so now you need to roll me a animal handling, I guess, to successfully catch them.
You know my strong net? Does that just
Yes.
mean it won't break after I use it a few times? What's the...
Yes, basically.
Okay, I thought it gave me like an extra stat boost or something, I don't know.
Oh, it can also be what the net does is you can use it in combat, and if you use it as a weapon, the person you hit is grappled.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I might do that as well. But anyway, what am I doing? Animal handling to get the wasp. Oh, great.
Yeah.
I've got a 12.
That's fine. So you catch these wasps in your net, and then now you've got a jar full of really angry wasps.
Awesome.
I don't know why you wanted a jar of angry wasps, but you got it. For the dismay of everyone around you, you have a giant jar of buzzing wasps.
Okay, nothing suspicious to see three people. One of them someone that was trying to hide from supposed crimes that he might or he might not have done. One of them has wasps, and the other one has a pitfall prank.
Absolute faux pas. I just need to nip to the loop, so I'll be literally just 2 seconds. So talk amongst yourselves about what you're going to do next and plan your next action.
We'll just...
Looking at the map, it's all about confirming our suspicions about Ketchup.
Where are we? So hang on, let's look at the map.
There's a little forest on the north of Ketchup's house. Ketchup's was the one in between C and D, right?
Yeah, where do you want to camp out? In the forest or just outside, like the top of the house, or be in front of our house?
I see that there are two ways around the forest, and I don't think Ketchup has... Ketchup does not have her own stairs. I suppose. I hope so.
Yeah.
I
guess we'll be in the forest behind our house then.
Okay, the Jar of Peace, I don't know. But we can try to block the exit. No, but it's all about confirming suspicions.
I'm just...
We could just
okay.
try to do... Okay, we could just try to do stealth to see where is Ketchup off to. And if we see that Ketchup go to someone's house or something, we sneakily plant the pitfall seed outside, so when she comes out, falls over there.
No. I mean, that's funny, but my thought was because the monster has been eating, well, not eating, well, stealing people from the west. They've got everyone but Ketchup. So my assumption was that Ketchup was the next victim. So that's what I was thinking about watching her house, basically, seeing if the creature goes there, putting the pitfall near her house, and when it tries to go get her.
But just near her house, not in front of the house.
I mean, we could put it in front of the
In case
house.
that-
I mean, it'd be funny either way if she gets to it.
But what if Ketchup falls over there?
Oh, maybe we should tell her that we're doing that. I don't know, because she seems like she might be really against it.
Oh wait.
Oh,
Maybe
maybe we could persuade
no.
her.
We can't tell Ketchup our plan.
Yeah.
Just in case. What if we use the bar of cheese? The bar of sorry. the jar of beef. the jar of beef to try to do either an intimidation or persuasion in your end
Oh, yeah.
to convince her to stay inside because
Yeah.
there are wasps outside,
Yes.
so she doesn't come out this night.
Yeah. That's a great idea.
Him up the window. So, this bees.
Please. There's so many wasps outside Ketchup. Does Chief have her number? Do we have to knock on her door to tell her, or should we ring her? And I can just put the jar outside her window and be like, listen, there's too many wasps outside tonight. You're gonna have to stay home.
Okay, maybe knocking, but in a hurried way.
Yeah. The way the villagers
And-
do when they're worried and they're sweating, aren't they?
In this case, it should be a persuasion, right? Or
Yeah, obviously Chief is going to be like, I'll sit this one out.
Oh,
I don't want to like.
would you say it's
Obviously, like,
deception?
yes, it was 100%. But are you telling the truth?
No, definitely not.
Then it's a deception. Yeah.
Okay, I've got
You're lying.
+4 deception for me. What's yours, Sisyphus?
deception -1. I was asking you because you're the one you're the one of charisma.
-1. Okay. I got 11. Ketchup, there's so many wasps outside.
Oh,
You can't come out tonight. For your own sake, it'll ruin your idol face. I'm just being
like
such
that.
a good bestie right now. Risking
bestie.
myself.
Oh my gosh, I really appreciate that.
Oh.
Just enough.
Yeah. Like, they just take that at face value and then just turn around and close the door like, oh my god, thank you. So nice, bestie. I really appreciate that.
Awesome. That's sorted. Right, where we digging this pitfall seed?
Okay. Now that wait, should we put it in front of the door or in another way? Because as we remember in Maple's house, the door was broken, yeah, but
Yeah.
also the window was open.
That is oh my god. Right, yeah, which way is it coming from? The window Why? Okay, no, yeah, it must have come in one way and out the other. The way the door broke, it fell inwards, so maybe it came in through the door. That's where the dirt was as well.
Yeah, the dirt went inside.
Yeah,
right.
so I assume it was from the door.
Well, if we are camping in the forest in north of Ketchup's house, we wouldn't be able to see Ketchup Store because all the houses point at the south for some reason.
We'll have to use your
So-
phone again. Video
So
call.
let's just put the pitfall seed on the door just in case, and we keep an eye for the windows,
Yeah.
the parts that we can see.
Yeah. But yeah, do you want to try using your phone again? Just putting it. You don't have to, because we're probably going to see the monster.
No.
Well, maybe. I don't know, actually. He just said West Forest.
I'd rather not.
You don't want to smash your phone?
No, I already racked up too many minutes with that one video call.
Oh. Oh.
Okay, I'm going. Okay, just a pitfall seed in front of the door, and we're going to use.
Do you have a shovel? Do you have a shovel?
What?
I have a shovel. I have a flimsy
You
shovel.
need you need a shovel to use a pitfall, don't you?
Yeah.
I do have a flimsy shovel.
Okay, so which one of you is going to use the shovel to bury the pitfall seed?
I guess.
Which one's the one that I need to use?
No, it doesn't matter. It's just one of you needs to do it,
It's
basically.
because we both have shovels.
I-
They're asking, but I
So
guess.
I'm the one with the shovel, so I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So roll a d20. Just tell me what you roll. Because basically, there's just a chance that it breaks when you use it. That's what the flimsy weapons do.
Oh.
No modifiers, just the pure.
Yeah, no modifiers. Just roll a d20. Yeah. If you roll a 1, 2, or a 3,
Oh
you
no, a three!
break. So you manage to do it. So you dig a hole and you put the pitfall in, but it breaks your shovel doing that. So after you've finished, it just kind of like breaks in your hand and like falls apart. And you're like, wow, that really was a flimsy shovel. I got one use out of it.
It's okay. I've got one too. But hopefully, we won't need it. All right. I've got my
Right.
bar of G's.
Or-
What weapon
we
has
just
Teeth
going-
got, by the way? Is just their claws and teeth.
Yeah, he has an axe.
Awesome. All right. I feel safe.
Okay, so okay. I seen the map that there's like that one little stretch of land in case that someone tries to make a run for it in the east side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to try my. Let's try our luck and see if we can put a bar of G trap in top of a tree.
Oh.
If we see the creature making a run for it, I can just rig my phone to move the bar the jar just enough to fall over whoever comes out running.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. So, for that, basically, where you're at now, you want to stake out Ketchup's house and watch to make sure if the thing comes for Ketchup, basically.
Yeah.
Right. So basically, how we're gonna do this is I'm gonna have you both roll me a Constitution check, to make sure that you don't fall asleep during your watch.
Okay.
So, like, obviously, when it's your turn to be on watch, you don't accidentally falling asleep.
Okay, I did 20 with my modifier of +2 for Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got 22. I got a crit. Yay.
I got 15.
Yeah. So you both managed to stay awake. So let's see. I'll just randomly select one of you. Hypothetically, if something does happen, shift your eyes. So Luna can be even. Yeah. So during your watch, Alice, you are sort of like dozing on and off. You know, say it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. Collectively, you've been staking this out for like 8 hours. Not you as on your own, obviously. You've like done shifts and stuff. And then it happens, and you almost don't like register it at first. You know that the air is still. You can just hear the odd like chirping of an insect. There's almost like a mist setting in, and there's just darkness. The air is still, and just there's little like bits of like greenery, trees and stuff blowing in the wind, and then suddenly you see it. This large, skulking shape just kind of stirring off in the peripheral of the camera.
Oh my god. Is it where is it? What direction is it at the moment?
So it's coming as it's come across from the bridge, from the main central bit, how you had to cross that bridge to get to Ketchup's house. But it's come from that. So it's where you expected it to come from, and it's come from the main central part of the island. And it's crossed the bridge, and it's doing exactly as you guys had predicted, and it's like kind of just slowly. It seems almost purposeless. It's just kind of plodding about this like mass that you can't quite make out any details of it, any features. It's just this huge imposing mass that's casting a shadow.
I'm gonna try and take a picture on my phone very quietly.
Yeah, well, like you're watching it through a phone, aren't you? I thought.
No. The phone thing was with the jar of wasps in a tree.
To activate the jar of peace on distance.
Yeah.
To just make a call,
Okay.
and the vibration makes the jar to fall off.
Okay, so you can take a picture of it, and it's just like blurry like mass. But just as you take the picture, like it's like the perfect time lines up, and as you look at this like picture, like all hush hush, and you just see these two yellow peering eyes staring like directly at you.
Oh, bruh.
Oh.
Like, I mean, you get it hidden, and it hasn't like looked back, but it's like you feel sick in your stomach because it's like as you took the picture, it looks like it's looking directly at you, but now that you're looking like back up from the phone and back at it, it's no longer looking in your direction, and it's not paying you guys any attention.
Alright.
So,
Whew. I don't wake anyone. Well, no, you guys are still awake, aren't you?
no, everyone else is asleep because you've been doing like
I'm gonna wake
watching
up, yeah,
stuff.
in case they start freaking out. I'm gonna wait for it to hopefully so it falls into the pitfall seed thing. And just hold my breath.
Yeah. So it stumbles out, taking its steps, and this thing is huge. And you're kind of realizing that it's like twice the size of a person, if not more. Definitely like 3 times as big as most of you. And as it kind of stumbles and sort of like creeps along the path, it catches one of the only like light features, which are like is a lamp outside of the front of Ketchup's house. And as it kind of creaks in closer and closer, there's this horrible, twisted features of this creature that seems almost like natural. Like there's a maw and there's eyes and a snout. This is like almost wolf-like creature, but it's all twisted out of shape and proportion, and its sizes are all wrong, and it seems almost like these two things are conflicting with each other, and it just makes you feel very uncomfortable as you look at it, skittering about and sniffing at the air. And as you're kind of like taking this in, and it's getting closer and closer to Ketchup's house. Are you gonna just like observe still?
I'm going to now quietly stir Sisyphus and Chief, but I'm like putting my finger on my lips.
Okay, so you're awoken by Alice giving you a little shove and a shh. So how do you respond, Sisyphus?
What? Alice, what happened?
I'm
What
like,
happened, Alice?
And like this point into the distance, and so you wake up and immediately, like, I don't know, like 20 meters away from you,
I
see
see that.
this horrifying monster just skulking around on the footpath, snarling, drool like just clamoring out of its mouth.
Oh, sugar, honey, iced tea.
And then and then its foot, this pitfall seed that's big enough for like a person to get trapped in, it triggers it, and only like its foot ends up in it, and it's like leg, so it's not even like big enough for the whole thing to get captured in. And as it goes in, it lets out this horrible like snarling growl and starts like slashing at the ground.
Right, guys, now! And we have to. We totally already discussed that we were going to run towards it and bonk it on the head. I don't just run out by myself. Yeah, I get my axe and I've turned it to the blunt side and I run towards it.
I wipe out my pole vault and have it ready to extend whenever it's necessary.
Yeah, Chief like calls after you guys like, what are you doing?
Come on, Chief! This is the whole reason we're doing this!
And he just kind of stands there looking at you, and he's just like, you're crazy, it'll kill you!
It's foot stuck, this is the only chance we've got.
And so while this conversation is going back and forth, and you turn around, and it's like, it's managed to free its foot from the pitfall seed.
Oh, God.
And it turns and just starts to, like, wolf run on all fours in, like, the opposite direction away from you guys.
Is it going
Like-
towards the tree where we put the bees in? If it's going opposite, I guess it is, isn't it?
It's going back the way it came.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna ring Sisyphus's phone.
Okay.
Wait,
Wait.
Yeah. We need to keep the wolf alive. We need to follow. We need to keep the creature alive. We need to follow it to wherever the rest of the villagers are. If we
Oh,
can,
you
right?
don't want to do the bee thing anymore?
No, we can't do
Okay.
it. It's just going to leave a trail of dead bees because they can only sting once.
True. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It runs off. And obviously, like, it's so...
Alice, Make the
Sorry.
Who's saying
Alice,
something?
make. Alice, make the call. Bring the phone.
I thought you wasn't setting the bees on it.
Wait. No. Oh, sorry, I got lost. Where is the creature going right now?
It's going back the way it came. If you didn't know any better, you'd think it was heading back to, like, the shops.
Yeah, so it's going back, trying to go back down those stairs. I think that's near where you put the bees.
Okay.
Yeah. All
Alice,
right.
Yeah.
I ring it.
make the call.
I'm making the call. Hope you put it on vibrate.
No, don't worry. I made sure.
And it's like shatters. And there's this swarm of angry hornets just fly out in all directions. And it just obviously, like, the phone ringing startles the beast, and it turns to look at it just as this thing just explodes, and like a million bees swarm out, and it's just slashing in the air. And yeah, there's just this chaos as these thousands of bees currently fight this 1,000-pound wall of flesh, and you're all just stood in a clearing, like, watching it, I guess.
But if they're hornets, they don't die after one sting.
And all you hear is that's basically where we're at right now. And Chief is just looking at you both, and then looking back at the developing situation, and then looking back at you guys, and he's like, "What are you doing? This is my first. No!"
No.
And it's snarling and slashing. and you've got probably like, I don't know, maybe like 20 seconds left of bees.
Right. Come on, Chief. We have to go with the axe.
I'm not charging into a swarm of hornets.
Obviously, wait for the hornets to do their thing.
He's looking at you like you're both absolutely crazy, because you probably are.
I mean, we did just come on a plane with this really weird letter. Like, yeah, sure.
What the heck, guys? Like, now what? Where do we go from here? What's the plan?
Is the
Okay.
beast?
I want to go home.
Is the beast not even at least a bit like dizzy at this point?
Oh, like, it's getting stung and stuff, and like I said, you're holding it in place, but it seems incredibly, like, strong and resilient, almost, like, supernaturally so. Like, it doesn't look like any time, like, these bees are gonna, like, stop it or anything. This is very much, you've distracted it momentarily. I think the phone going off was more of a confusion than the bees.
I'm gonna take
Okay.
another picture, by the way.
Yeah, you get a picture of this thing fighting bees.
Okay, Alice. Do we take the creature down, or we just try to wait until the hornets get bored and we follow the creature?
Yeah, I think we should follow the creature, definitely. We wait for the hornets to, you know.
While, like, after like a few more seconds, most of them then either just disappear or are dead. And this thing like scratches out, and it like wanders over to Sissy's phone and just stamps on it, shattering it into a million pieces, like just completely destroys the phone. And that seems to have satisfied it, as if like, you know, in its primitive brain, it was the phone's fault. And it turns, almost making, if you didn't know better, like a grunt of satisfaction, and then continues to like stomp away. And then as it's like getting like further away, it's like it's pounding on the ground, stomping, but it's also like jingling as well, like the sound a cat's collar would make.
Okay.
And it just then it just disappears like over the bridge, and into the main part of the village. And like I said, this thing is huge, and it's like it's obviously like disheveled a bit from all the bee stings and stuff, so it's leaving a pretty obvious trail of destruction and just like bodily, you know, fluff and stuff.
Stealthily follow the tracks.
Yeah, of course. You can. You don't need to roll for it as well, as long as you just take your time and keep a good safe distance. Like it's currently like distracted with like sucking on its paw because of a bee sting and stuff. And so you kind of trail this thing back to the main like sort of village, and then it goes to the museum, and like just lifts up the construction tent, and then disappears into the construction site.
What the heck?
Yeah, and like you look back and Chief is doing the exact same like, what the hell expression, jaw wide open,
In the museum.
completely dumbstruck.
I also took a picture of it going into the museum thing. Post
Yeah, they're like-
social media.
I go
like,
back
oh
to
my God.
recover whatever's left of my phone.
Oh, but there is like nothing left. Like it is that's like bits and bobs. You pick up like a 47 different pieces of shattered electronics.
Maybe
Oh, look.
Oliver can fix
Oh look,
it.
the memory card is
Yeah.
intact.
Yeah, like you get the memory card and you have to like shift. It's just a bunch of like shattered metal and like twisted circuitry and the lots of shards of glass for good measure because it was near where the bees jar was. So it's like pretty miserable to recover it.
Well, at least I got the memory card back just in case.
Yeah. Yeah, the memory card's fine.
I'm just posting these pics on my social media in case I die tonight. Oh, what a development. I'm gonna stealthily lift the lid of the tent.
I'm going to have my pole vault in hand just in case.
Oh yeah, I'll have my axe out for sure. Yeah, do I need to roll a stealth check for that specifically?
I don't know, because by the time you get inside, like you're looking under the tent, like there's nothing here. It's like this giant 10-foot mass of fur and muscle just disappeared into thin air.
But what's inside the tent?
Yeah, so inside the tent is what looks like an ongoing construction project. There's like upturned carts, lots of shovels, like a cement mixer, and a bunch of like foundations for like an ongoing project. And to the right hand side of it is a large amount of like large rocks, and that's basically it. Like it's cray. Like it's just disappeared into thin air.
Can I inspect the rocks?
Yeah, of course. Roll me an investigation. You can also help as well if you want, Sissy Post.
I'm going to see if I can find any remaining wasps. That will be perception or animal handling.
What does help do?
Well, they're not here, so they can't help you.
Damn it, I've got a critical fail.
Chief. Oh, Chief is with you. I'll say Chief helped, so you can have advantage.
Okay.
Because obviously Chief is here. Because Chief is like, well, I don't know what Sisyphus is doing, but I'm not rooting through broken glass and dead bees. So we'll let you re-roll it. But so what are you doing while they're in the tent? So you're not in the tent with them. You're still like on the other side of the bridge, looking for wasps.
I got a
someone already lifted up the tent to check inside. Just in case.
You've come back round and you've joined Chief and Alice in the tent now. Yeah. Sorry, what did you roll for the investigation?
15.
15. You realise there is the telltale signs of moved earth surrounding the largest of these rocks. So like the gravel where it's like been kicked up from this construction project, or the little fine like particles of like sand and dirt have very recently been disturbed. So they're like pushed to one side.
What you're saying is, if we were able to move this rock, we would find a hole.
Well, I mean, you know, there's one way to find out, I suppose.
I have those three strengths. What do I roll to try to push the rock?
Yeah, so all of you come together and push this rock, and yeah, you all roll a strength check to try and push the rock.
Okay.
Chief failed miserably. He rolled a 2.
Mine's
so even with his strength bonus, he only gets like, so he rolled a 5. So he like Chief's like nah. He puts his back out. Oh, ow! Right, you push for your arms, not your back, Chief. He's like, now you tell me.
13.
Okay, let me check mine. 5? No.
Yeah. So you like slip. You gotta like push it, and like the ground underneath is so fine that you push a little too hard and like kick out from underneath yourself and like fall over in the dirt. You don't hurt yourself, but you know, physically anyway, your pride's a bit hurt. But out of these two really big, you know, you've got a wolf and a bear, and they both fail, and then this little purple rabbit is like, don't worry guys, I've got this, and just seamlessly like Macho Man pushes this giant boulder single-handedly, and like reveals this secret stone passageway leading deep into the earth.
Oh my
god. And obviously, like, both you and Chief are like, oh yeah, well, we warmed it up for you, obviously. We loosened it, like...
Yeah, sure. I won't hurt your feelings. Right.
But yeah,
I'm off down the hole, man. This
Yeah?
is my
do, do, do,
my element.
do,
You know?
do, do, do. Oh yeah, rabbit.
Just like home.
Yeah.
Let's go inside.
Yeah, well, you're a rabbit and a bear, so like both of you, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm ready to stealthily sneak around.
So you as you like kind of go into this cave, this underground, the steps are like clearly man-made, but immediately at the bottom there's like a little storage pit, where there's like some sandbags and some like other tools, some cement, and this is clearly man-made because it's like angular and the cut is clear, and then off to the side of it is like this part of the sort of structure which is almost like caved in, revealing a naturally occurring tunnel system which has either been dug out or was there before and then connected to it. And so like that then like veers off into the distance and into the darkness. And where like inside of this bit you're in now is like dry and dusty, that has like almost like a moisture and a wetness to it, and there's like uneven surfaces. It's very clear that this other bit that's like connected to it is naturally occurring.
Oh man. Well, you know what? We can see in the dark. We're a bear and a rabbit. We should be fine.
Yeah, you got like night vision, but you're not completely blinded.
Well, I've got a torch on my phone if we need it, but I'm gonna avoid using that for now and go through.
Yeah, let's not reveal ourselves.
So the three of you and Chief is like under his breath, like, oh man, why did I follow these guys? I could be at home eating soup right now. I'm gonna die in a cave because of two idiots. And he's like, that kind of like thing.
Hey man,
So
it's alright. I've been documenting
Chief.
everything we're doing.
Hey,
They'll find
Chief,
out
calm
what it
down.
is.
I heard the crazy people making bear and rabbit too, but I know heard the wolves too, so you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be fine. So you enter this cave, and you kind of have to like, slowly, tentatively make your way through, bit by bit. And eventually, at the end of this tunnel, is like a bit of light kind of clawing out. And so that's kind of what you met with. It like opens up into a much larger chasm, with light in it. Like there's some kind of fire, perhaps, because the light flickers.
Oh. Now we really need to sneak. I go towards the light.
Yeah.
I follow Alice.
So yeah, and so you slowly kind of creep into what is this open, dank chamber, and it's completely featureless. It's got its four walls, and inside on one end is this huge, horrifying creature hunched over, kind of licking its wounds, its bee stings. And in the opposite end of the corner is a bunch of boxes, like just industrial crates that you can imagine have come from the construction above.
Okay. Are the crates? Do they look like they can be opened?
Like they're like not even closed properly. Like the lids are just kind of on them haphazardly.
Oh.
But like I said, this creature is like in here, and it's like, and like as you kind of like come in to see it, like it immediately turns and sees you.
Oh, fight time.
Yeah, and it like
I don't even think about it. I'm going straight with the pole vault immediately.
Yeah, I'm
So-
gonna get the sharp edge of my
Try to-
axe out now.
To do a bunk.
Yeah. So how this works in D&D combat is we're all going to roll initiative, and that is like when we act. So you're like in a turn-based RPG, like that.
Yeah.
So basically, you should have on your character like an initiative modifier, I think.
Yes. It's, in the middle. +3 for me.
Yeah.
Just two.
So basically, you're all going to have to like, okay, so you're going to roll a d20, add your modifier, and tell me what it is. That's what like you act on. Okay, Chief rolled a 20, but he gets -4 to his initiative mod, so he rolled a 16 for initiative.
I
And
got
the monster
15.
Rolled a.
I got an 18.
The monster rolled a 13. So sorry, you rolled a 8. Is it 60 push? You rolled a.
I got 18. Alice got
18.
15.
So okay, so all of you both rolled higher than the creature, so you both get to act first. So first it's Sisyphus, then Alice, then Chief, and then the monster. That's the initiative order. So in any given, because if it's in combat now, you basically have an action, and in that action there's various things you can try and do. Usually it'll involve moving or like attacking, basically.
Is my flimsy axe the rapier on my thing?
No, so that was just a character thing. So a flimsy axe just does 1d6 damage.
1d6. Oh, okay. But first I need to roll the hit. But who's first, sorry?
Me.
Okay.
By initiative. it should be. Okay, pole vault. Very specific, but I can use it to attack, right?
So it'll just be a staff. So if you're using it two-handed, it's 1d8 bludgeoning damage if you can hit them. So when you do combat, you need to roll to hit, and so to hit, you will roll a d20, and you will add your if it's to strength, you'll add your strength bonus and your proficiency bonus. So because you're level 2, it's +2. And so basically you add +5 to hit.
So it's a d20 plus
So
the
roll a
strength
d20
plus the
and
proficiency.
yeah, so for you it's +5. So you roll a d20 and you add, so you're gonna run up to the creature and try and hit it with the pole, basically.
Okay, d20 plus 5. The die clatters across the table. I got a 10.
And
Oh gosh.
so
It was one straight to the head, to whatever could see as head.
is a 10 good enough?
So it's beating its armor class, right?
No, meet it or beat it. If you roll the same, it counts. However, you so you run up to it and you like swing at it with your pole, and it like just lunges backwards to dodge the swing, and you don't manage to connect. It's despite its size, it's surprisingly nimble and just dodges your blow.
Right. Oh no. Who's next? Is it me?
Yes.
Okie doke. What's my modifier?
So, you on the other hand, you get +1 to hit overall because
Wow.
you're fighting with a. Because you get +2 for your proficiency and -1 for your strength.
Okay. I got 20, but not crit. I roll a 19 +1.
Yeah. So you hit. You managed to hit it.
And what did you say? It's just 1d6 damage.
It's 1d6 -1 because you've got -1 on your strength.
Okay. Oh, I did one damage.
You run up to it and because you're like, oh, I'm gonna use the soft side of it. You're like, fuck, and then you're like, maybe I shouldn't be like using the soft end. This is terrifying. I don't want to die. So yeah, you managed to hit it, but then you realize, this isn't doing a lot of damage. Maybe I should probably just use the hard side of my axe and just hope that it doesn't, get too bad. So Chief looks at you guys and he's like, ah! So he like runs over with his like heavy like proper axe, not his flimsy axe. And so he runs over, and he swings at it, and he swings at it again, screaming. So the first attack hits, and his second attack misses, and so he does 1d8 plus 4 damage. So he did 8 damage. He gets a really good like clean hit, and like cracks the creature like on the arm, and like his axe bites into it, and like gets almost like lodged in its arm, and it like yelps out in pain. Gritted teeth. To which the creature then understandably turns all of its focus onto Chief, and with its free claw that doesn't have an axe bedded into it, it brings down this massive meaty like hooked maw and just slashes down at Chief, and it rolls terribly. So like Chief manages to like dodge away from this thing's attack. To which point it then tries to bite Chief with its huge foaming maw, and it bites down at Chief, and unfortunately it manages to like catch his arm. So where Chief on his like left arm has like hit this thing in the arm, it then like bites down on Chief's opposite arm, and Chief like obviously yelps in pain because this big thing just like bit him. Yeah, so Chief Chief takes, that looks like it did a lot of damage to Chief, and Chief like yelps out in pain as this thing like obviously like breaks the skin and like bites down on his hand. So he's like holding it up, and he's like using his arm almost as like some kind of brace, and he's like, "Get in, guys, get it now!" So he yelps out in agony. Obviously, he's in a lot of pain. But while Chief kind of has it like this, now it's Sissy Puff's go again, and I will let you have advantage because Chief is like, these two are so like entangled with each other. The monster can't really like protect itself from your attack because it's currently got a mouthful of Chief.
Okay, this time I'm not even going to knock it down. This time I'm wiping out the flimsy axe, and I just go straight to the eye.
Yeah, just swing your axe at it. Yeah, go for it.
20 plus
5, yeah.
Plus proficiency. That should be a 5.
So d20 plus 5.
Yeah, roll it twice just in case you get a crit. Oh, you get an advantage anyway, so... I mean, you're gonna... Yeah.
I got an 11.
An 11 is unfortunately just shy.
It's got an advantage though, you said.
Yep, so you can re-roll it if you want because you have advantage.
Okay. Roll d20.
Awesome.
21.
21? Yeah, so yeah, that's fine. So you hit it. So roll me 1d6 damage, but because you have a high strength modifier, unlike Alice, you don't get -1, you get +3. So you do d6 damage plus 3.
d6 plus 3.
Mm-hmm.
A 5.
Yes.
Yeah, so you do 5 damage to it, and so you're chapping at it, you're clobbering it, while Wolf gives you the chance. But this thing still seems like it has a lot of fight left in it. It's massive. Alice?
I want to use my net.
Yeah?
Yeah, I want to grapple it.
Yeah, go for it.
Is my net strength as well?
Dex. I'll call that Dex. Yeah, I'll call that Dex. We'll say it's a finesse weapon. Yeah, we'll call it Dex.
Ooh, so that's +2 then for my Dex.
Is your Dex +0?
No, it's +2.
Oh no, so then you get +4 overall to hit. Because you add your proficiency modifier to attack rolls.
I'm confused why my strength made it -1 then.
-1 damage. So you apply your proficiency to hit, but not for damage. So you got +1 to hit because -1 plus 2 is +1.
Okie doke. +4 to hit. So I've got +4 now, haven't I?
Yeah, because you got +2 for Dex and then +2 proficiency.
Got
Because
it.
we'll say a finesse weapon. That makes sense.
Oh, got 22.
Nice. Was that a crit?
No, 18 plus 4.
No. Yeah. So, yeah, of course. So you do 1d4 +2 damage, and then it grapples the animal. So
Oh,
So
the
first things
next
first, it was a net.
Yeah, 1d4 plus 2. Let me do that first then.
Mhm.
And then we'll do the grappling after. 5 damage.
Nice.
And then
And then, yeah.
what's a grapple again? I forgot.
To do basically you do a strength check, and if you pass, if you beat an opposed strength check, then basically it can't move, and you get advantages on like hitting it and stuff.
Okay.
It just stopped it from running away as well.
I got a 13.
13. Just as shy isn't enough. So you hit it with a net, and then like it immediately like gets out of the net and like bats it off, while still having like Chief's whole like arm in like its mouth. And so obviously Chief at this point is going to be like, "Get off my arm, you big stinky like horror." So he pulls out with his other free arm and starts just trying to hit it in the head to try and to get it off his arm, which is currently like being chewed on like a chew toy. Yeah, and Chief manages to like connect once and does another 5 damage to it. And so then it is like it continues to bite down on Chief's arm, and Chief takes another 4 damage. So Chief is like looking a bit worse for wear. He's not doing great, honestly. He's looking a bit white, a bit pale. He's like, you can see like bits of blood kind of trickling out from its mouth, and it's still biting down on Chief. It's not letting go. It's just decided to eat his arm, and it looks very horrible. But since you now got, obviously you guys are involved, with its free arm while it's still trying to eat Chief, it like slashes out at you, Ellis, with one of its free claws. And it rolls to hit you, and it rolls a 11. Does 11 hit?
I'm checking my armor. No, I've
Your
got 13.
Yeah, so you manage to like it hits you, but because it's so occupied with biting down on Chief, it's like a glancing hit, so it just kind of knocks you back but doesn't do any damage. And then so it's Sissy Puff's go again.
Okay. I have an idea.
Mhm.
I grab a handful of whatever's left of the glass of my phone.
Yeah.
I just go straight to that one open part of his mouth.
Good idea.
And shove that glass right into the creature's throat.
Roll me a sleight of hand, I guess. Yeah, roll me a sleight of hand for that.
Sleight of hand, +2. Yeah, that sounds good enough.
Yeah. Roll that
16
sounds
plus
about
2,
right.
16.
Yeah, so for your turn, you like throw this like broken bits of electronics, glass, and a few dead wasps for good measure. You just shove it in this thing's mouth, and it just like completely stunned, like releases Chief's arm, and he obviously like falls down and like grabs his like very injured arm, and is like just obviously stumbles away, and this thing like backs up and gets on its hind legs and starts like spitting out this like horrible stuff you put in its mouth, like, and as it does this, as it like stumbles back onto its hind legs and like spits out bits of debris, the jingling is like way more pronounced, and so you hear this like this bell just jingling and jangling and going ding, as it like flails about, spitting out bits of broken electronics and glass. And we'll say you did 1 damage then as well.
Good enough.
Yeah, but obviously like you can tell that obviously like Chief
Got
is very
released.
grateful. Yeah, Chief might no longer like have to get his arm amputated now, so that was a very good idea. At least Chief thinks so. He's just there grabbing his arm like, ah!
Oh,
Um,
jeez.
Alice, you're up.
Where's the jingling coming from? It's belly, it's neck.
In the madness and the chaos, like you can't, like, there's no like obvious ginormous, like fist-sized bell anywhere on it. Like you can't make it out. It's
Right.
very faint. Like it's obviously not a very big bell. It's very like regular, sized bell. Like if you didn't know any better, you'd assume it was just like coming from some other fourth person, non-sized person who you just can't see. But it's definitely coming from the monster somewhere. Maybe, like I said, maybe it ate somebody and it's like jingling from somewhere else.
There's only one person who I heard a jingle from. Huh. But anyway, I'm gonna try and hit it with a net again.
It's like you're trying to catch it when you're bugging your friend in Animal Crossing and you just keep hitting them with the net. But this time your friend's trying to kill you.
Does Isabel have
Well,
a
eat
pet
you.
or something? What is going on? I rolled a 23 to hit.
Yep, that a 23 does it.
And D4 plus 2 for the net. Sorry, D6 plus...
Yeah.
No, D4 plus 2.
No. Oh yeah, it's D4.
3 damage. And then...
Yep.
Damage... strength. Check. I rolled a 14.
Nope.
No.
Close, but no cigar. So, Chief, understandably, is quite put out, and so he's basically gonna spend his turn just kind of like holding his arm and just going, ah. And so like, yeah, he doesn't really do much. He just kind of like just looks at his arm and like is just trying to like squeeze it and get feeling back to it. And he just kind of like composes himself and gets himself ready. In fact, what he's gonna do is, feeling pretty like, you know, disheartened and quite frightened, he's gonna just stand there and throw like a large piece of rock nearby at the monster. But unfortunately, he like having his good arm been bitten on, he like throws completely wide and it just bounces off the rock like wall, the cave wall nearby, and just dinks off. The creature, having been fed glass by a particular member of the group, has decided that they're now the problem. So it stoops like around with its big hunch back. You know, it's too big to even stand up fully in this cave. And it just locks its snarling maw, bits of saliva and froth dripping down its chin, and it just full on just charges at Sisypuff. Just thud, 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 and raises its giant meaty claw and slashes down at you. And it rolls a 19, so I'm assuming that does hit. Sisypuff, what's your armor class?
Armor class, AC 14, armor worn,
Yeah.
none.
Yep, so it hits you, and it does... Wow, I rolled a 1. So it does 3 damage. So you lose 3 hit points. So we'll just say that luckily you only got glanced by it, and it just leaves you with a few surface scratches. Yeah, and it only rolls a 11 for its second attack, so I don't think that'll beat your armor class. If 11 doesn't beat Alice's, then I'm assuming it doesn't beat yours. So you got off very lightly then. I rolled a 1 for damage, so it only did 3 damage. So you've now got 11 of your 14. Oh no, you how many hit points do you have? You got
My armor
23.
14.
No,
and
your hit
hit
points.
points 23.
Yeah, so you only take 3 damage. So that it whiffed it 1 attack and then rolled a 1 for the 1 attack that actually hit. So yeah, you go down to 20 health. So you're fine. You get a scratch, a mere flesh wound. And speaking of which, it's now your go.
Okay, I don't know what to do with this creature. I already
Yeah.
my idea, so I'm just going to keep cycling around these ones.
So it's like bearing over you.
Okay,
You know,
it really
it's
that
spraying on
jingling.
you.
The jingling is what got me thinking.
I know.
I read my sister a story about these ones. So, with a pole vault, I tried to go directly to the little belt thingy that people have in their throat to see if I can make the creature puke whatever it has inside.
Oh.
So you're gonna try and like hit it in the face with your pole, basically.
Through the
Well,
mouth.
perfectly directly to
Yeah.
make the
Directly
creature
in its
puke
mouth.
directly to the mouth.
Yeah, sure. Just roll it as an attack roll, and if you roll really well, then we'll see. But just for
An
now,
attack
let's just roll. Yeah,
So it
roll
should be
roll
a-
to hit. 1d20, and then you add +5 from your +3 strength and +2 for your proficiency.
Okay, I got a natural 10, total 15.
So
Do I have
you don't manage to like hit it in the throat, but you do manage to like hit it in the head. So you don't manage to make it like throw up, but you do at least get a clean like hit. So roll your D8 damage and add 3, as you just
Wait,
like
how much?
as you,
The 8?
yeah, because it's a 2 because it's so big you can use both hands. So a 2-handed staff is D8. So you just crack it in the side of the head with this big wooden staff, basically, and just hit it in the face, like with full force. Just crack it across the head.
D8, and the modifier was the
3.
strength of
Strength
the
bonus.
The only strength.
Yeah, but you don't add your proficiency for damage. So you only add your proficiency to hit, not for the damage. So it's plus.
Oh,
So
nice.
D8 plus 3.
10.
Oh, nice. So yeah, you hit this thing with such a force. You know, you like full on just like crack it over the head with this stick, like with such a force that you basically like you both it from the force of your attack. It like stumbles back, but like your arms are like shaking from the force of the blow, and so like you both like stumble back from each other. Yeah, like it was a very satisfying crack, and the noise of the impact like echoes throughout the entire cave. Like everyone goes like, "Ooh," you know what I mean? Like it looked like it hurt. You basically just beat this giant monster over the head with a big wooden pole, and it like stumbles back. Alice, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna try again with the net.
Yeah.
Oh, 11.
Yeah, no, 11 isn't good enough.
Right.
Chief has managed to compose himself, and so he's going to rejoin the fight with his hand axe, you know, his little wood chopping axe. First attack misses, but he has double attack, and that also missed. So Chief isn't feeling great, but also Chief does have like he's lost a lot of blood from his like chewed up arm. So we'll let Chief off. Yeah, City Puff is continuing to be public enemy number 1, understandably, because this giant monster just got like cracked across the head. So it's gonna try and basically just destroy you. So it tries to like swoop down and pick you up with its big claw, and it completely misses wide. So then it's gonna use its other claw and do the exact same thing again and swipe down and claw you. and misses again. I rolled a 6 and then a 5. I mean, not total, I mean literally on the die. So I rolled like an 8 and a 7 or whatever. So yeah, neither attacks hit you. We'll just say, obviously, like, because you've hit it across the head so hard, you've basically, like, given it a bit of a mild concussion. So you easily, like, dodge out of the way of its claws. And so you're up again, Sissy Puff.
Okay, the pole vault was oddly very effective.
Yeah, that dude.
So,
No lies detected.
Try again.
okay, so
Yeah, when in doubt.
at this point you're trying to to make the creature just knock the creature down, whatever happened after that. So I'm just going to
Hit it
do
again.
a attack to the head with a pole vault again.
Yeah.
Okay, D20. No, wait. I roll.
Yeah, D20 plus 5.
D20
And then-
plus 5. Okay.
Assuming you hit, it's 1d8 plus 3 damage.
I got an 11.
Unlucky. So you failed to hit. I will, however, allow you to re-roll it because I would say that you have at least at this point already earned inspiration. And we won't go into that because again, you know, you're new to D&D and this is a one-shot. But inspiration is like just a thing that you get and you can use it to re-roll. So I'm going to say that you had inspiration.
Okay, I'm going to do the reroll.
You know, because you got inspired from how effective your previous attack was, basically.
I do a little spin. I try to do again. When I got a 13.
A 13? A 13 is exactly its armor class, so you just manage it. And so you bring up your pole vault and you just hit it in the body, and you just keep back I say, and you just hit. So yeah, but you do manage to hit it. So 1d8 plus 3 damage.
1d8 plus 3. A 7.
So yeah, and so you manage to hit it. You know, you make a satisfying cracking sound as you hit a body blow, which would have probably been enough to knock a normal person unconscious. Alice, it's your go. But unfortunately, because this thing is such a huge monster, it's still very much up and fighting. But you have clearly, like, you've been getting through now. It's looking battered and bruised, but it's not defeated yet.
16.
Yeah, 16 hits.
D4 plus 2. And then also D20 minus 1. I got 5 damage. And 13 again for the force strength test.
Obviously, you don't manage to grapple it, but you do manage to do some more damage to it. That's good. Chief being re-inspired by how the combat is now turning in your guys' favor. His first attack misses, but his second attack rolls a 15, so that does hit. So Chief manages to chip in with his 5 damage. And so at this point, the creature is starting to sway and sort of like it's looking pretty injured. You know, it's foaming at the mouth. It's bruised. It's starting to look like, you know, it's slowing down, but it's not out just yet. And so it brings down one of its claws and it swings at Sissy Puff. This time it actually manages to roll a critical hit. So it rolled a natural 20, which will mean it'll do double damage. And it did, so it rolled a 3. It adds 3 because it gets plus 3 for the damage. So it did 6, and because it was a critical hit, it does 12 damage to you.
Oof.
So
and I was at 20, so that leaves me
you
now
got, yeah,
8.
8.
yeah. So you go down at 8. So this thing manages to like cause a massive slash, and it like cuts down the center of your like torso and knocks you off your feet. So you get sent flying across the cabin and like smash into the back of a wall and land like in a slump. And like you kind of like stunned almost for like a little bit. You're lucky to be alive basically. And then after doing that, it turns to look at Chief, who also hit it, and so Chief is like nah, and so it brings down its attack and it swings at Chief, and it also hits Chief, and poor little Chief, he takes a whopping 9 damage. So Chief is also not looking too good. Chief like kind of like collapses, and so for all you know that was Chief killed. But yeah, and so then it turns snarling, teeth brandished to the only person left standing, which is Alice.
Oh man.
So Sissy Puff, it's your turn, but unfortunately because the beast knocked like the wind out of you, all you can do in your turn is like get up and like you don't have it knocked you out so much that you were actually stunned for that round. So like you can get up and you can get like your weapon, pick it up from the floor, and be ready to fight next round. But this round, that's your whole turn. It knocked the wind out of you, so you need a whole turn to like recompose yourself.
Do I, as a bard, get to use a spell or not?
No. That was just a quirk of the character creation.
Okay.
So you can like, you don't have any bard magic because you're not actually a bard, are you? But you can play instruments and stuff.
I do improv theatre, thanks.
Yes.
Alright.
Are you going to try some improv right now?
That probably wouldn't help. Okay, I'm gonna again with my net.
You just like bonk it with a net again.
I got 19 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Damage wise.
Yeah, it rolled. The opposed strength check is a 12, by the way.
Well, there's no point telling me. I did 6 damage. Max damage.
Okay. That's really good.
Wait, what the hell did I just do? D20 minus 9. I meant to put minus 1.
Yeah.
I got 18, so 18 minus 1 is 17. I got 17.
Yeah. So you've actually managed to grapple it. Chief is in the same boat as Sissy Puff. So luckily, like you notice in the corner of your eye that he begins to stir and get back up, but he's also in a really bad state. He's in single digits worth of health.
Yeah.
He like coughs, spits up some blood, and like his turn is getting back onto his feet. So it is just you and the monster. And so for its turn, while it's in the grapple, it's going to try and like break out. It rolled a 12 to try and break out. So you need to roll another strength check to try and hold it in the grapple.
Okay.
Okay.
1.
Oh, this is it. The final moments.
Oh, come on. A 7.
Yeah. So in fact, roll another d20 and see if your net breaks as well, because of that. So roll a d20. If you get a 1, 2, or a 3, your net breaks.
15.
Okay, so your net doesn't break, but it manages to get out of it, and so it tries to like claw at you, and it rolled a 14 to hit. So I'm assuming that hits.
Yeah.
So it deals 5 damage. And then now that it's got you in its claw, it's going to try and bite you as well. And so the bite also rolls a 14. It manages to bite you, and it does 2d4 plus 3 damage with a bite. So 2, 4. It does 7 damage by biting a huge chunk of like your fur off. And so it does, so you take, from both of them, you take like 12 damage. So you go down to
5.
8. 5, you go down to 5. Ouch. So, Sis Puff, Sissy Puppet, it's your go. You've managed to compose yourself. You're on your feet. You feel exhausted. You're bleeding in certain places. You've definitely got a lot of bruises. But you have managed to get yourself back onto your feet and get your pole, your weapon in both hands. What do you do?
I am getting close to the thing again. I'm going to throw my flimsy axe and see if it can connect to whatever part of the creature's
Yeah.
body.
Yeah, so you just like pull out your axe and you throw it. So when you throw a weapon, that uses the exact same for attacking, but instead of using your strength to calculate the modifiers, you use your dexterity instead. So with your dexterity of 14, you basically get +4 instead of +5 because you've got slightly less dexterity than strength, but both are still very good. So you pull out your hand axe and you throw it at it. So I need you to roll me an attack roll, and you get +4.
Okay. +2 for dexterity, +2 for
Proficiency, yeah.
The 20 +4, the die clatters. I got a 13.
Yep, so you managed to hit it.
Super.
And so, yep, so it's still strength though, because it's a hand axe. So you do 1d6 +3 damage.
D6 +3.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 5.
And so you pull out your hand axe and you throw it perfectly, cracking it on the back of the head. And this axe like bites into this creature and like, you know, you hit it in the back of the head with this axe and it like bites in and like catches like a few inches of skin, disrupting like fur and stuff. And it kind of like stumbles around for a little bit like it's drunk, landing on like one knee, and it stumbles to the left a bit, and then it just pauses, looks directly at you, and then collapses. Congratulations.
Oh,
That was enough to knock it out.
Oh.
Da, 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 da.
yeah. I'm gonna help wrap up Chief's arm.
Yeah, so just so you know, it had 1 hit point left, so any damage would have done it, but that was really close. So you managed to take it out, and you all were basically 1 attack each from being taken out yourself, so that was perfect. Yeah, Chief really appreciates you getting like bandaged up and stuff. And while you're bandaging up Chief, this like big mass on the floor starts to deflate. Like it, you could put a sound effect over it going like, and it'd look like a balloon deflating. It just really slowly is just like shrinking and getting smaller and smaller until eventually there's just Isabel in its place, left in a pile, just unconscious, with her with nothing on her at all. Obviously, like tastefully, like modesty preserved by convenient like scraps of things. But the only thing that she has other than these like convenient modesty scraps left is the hairpin that she wears, the bobble with the bell holding up the back of her hair. That was the only thing that would stay in the transformation. Yeah, and it's Isabel. Isabel was the monster somehow all along.
What?
Whoa!
What?
Yep.
What has she been drinking? You're not bro.
Yeah, and at this point, like stirring is like heard from the corners of the room, from these crates.
Yeah, I suspected as much. Okay.
Okay,
yeah,
it was Isabel. Oh no.
It was Isabel all along.
Can I just
Okay,
take...
first of all, let's check if Isabel is still alive.
Yeah.
Maybe she's
Yeah, and like obviously, like you go over and like I don't know, there's like a sack of potatoes, like an empty potato sack nearby that you can kind of like throw over her, to increase the modesty scraps. But like, yeah, she's breathing. She's still alive, but yeah.
Is everyone in the?
So you haven't killed her.
I'm gonna open the crates and see.
Yeah. Alice, you like go over and like you lift over one of the crates, and then inside, all like tied up with like a thing over their mouth, is Maple looking up at you. Yeah. And then as you like lift up the other crates, one has Big Top, the other has Olivia, and then there's a fourth one with Fuchsia in it. So like, yeah, all of the missing villagers were inside of this monster's cave.
How?
And the monster turned out to be Isabel all along. Dun dun.
Wait, how was she feeding them? Because like, I'm sure one of them's lost for a whole week.
Yeah, we will. We don't want to. Don't like, you know.
I don't know.
If you want, I can. Fuchsia has died of starvation. If you want, I mean.
Oh my god.
I mean, but no, like, I guess, like, yeah, or maybe like, you know, there was food in this room, and they couldn't get out of this room, but they was able to, like, I don't know, feed themselves or whatever.
I don't feel so good. I take Maple out of the crate and I just take her death and I just take a 5-minute nap in there to recover myself.
Yeah, no, so obviously, like, I should get everyone out. But they're all like, oh my god, thank you so much, my heroes! And then obviously, like, Maple, like, apologizes to Chief, because obviously, like, Maple being the last one involved, got part of the, like, lynch mob that was blaming Chief. Chief obviously like, oh, it's okay, don't worry about it. He's like big brother mode, like it's fine, honestly. I'm only traumatized for life, don't worry about it.
Oh, I'm gonna take a selfie with Isabel.
I woke up just in time to be present in the selfie.
Yeah, definitely. So like, so obviously as everyone's getting out of these like crates, and like everyone's like obviously like, you know, make sure everyone's okay, and everyone's just like, oh. Slowly, Isabel begins to stir, and is like completely just unaware, is like confused, seems like startled, not 100% there, almost as if like they were like drunk or something. Like, they clearly don't have any recollection of anything. They don't know where they are, or where they've been. They have, like, a complete and utter, like, blackout in their memory. So, yeah. They don't have a clue what's going on, or where they are.
Well, luckily for you, Isabel, I recorded the whole thing. How convenient.
Yeah, and obviously, like, it's completely traumatized. And it's just apologizing to everyone. It's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. You all hate me. I don't know why this happened.
Seriously, what have you been drinking?
Isabel, can I have whatever you were drinking of your job?
I don't think alcohol did this. I must have come down with lycanthropy.
Now it's a new mystery.
Yeah. I don't know how it happened, but thankfully, at least now that we know, I can easily just take the convenient lycanthropy antidote that exists. You've saved the village, everyone! You're heroes!
Woo!
I only hope that everyone can forgive me. And I guess they're all just like, yeah, I guess.
Poor Fuchsia. R.I.P.
Yeah, she's... So what, she actually starved?
I mean, how did she
Okay,
No, this doesn't make sense.
No, it's canon. No, otherwise nobody can die. Otherwise, Isabel has to go to prison
Okay.
for manslaughter, even if it wasn't Isabel's fault.
She ate the spiders that were crawling into the crate.
Man, that's almost just as bad as starving to death. Almost.
God.
Yeah. So obviously, like, that is it. That is it. That is the mystery of Mothen. Obviously, you get to spend the next like few days enjoying the rest of your time here, being hailed as heroes. Everyone like worships you. Everyone throws you a big party. Tom Nook gives you like 10,000 bells each in cash.
Hell yeah.
And thanks you for saving the day.
That's not
and
even
also-
that's not even enough for a Nuka phone.
Yeah.
What, like 33k for one of those?
No, yeah, no, don't worry, because like Isabel feels so bad that like just before you go, like she gives you like a little present in a box, and it's like a brand new phone, and it's like a better. It's the newest model as well, so like you've got an upgrade.
Oh, sweet.
I'm going to get a cover so hard that not even another
Yeah, yeah.
can destroy it.
It's the new Pearphone. It's the new Pearphone 17 Plus, and it comes with a bulletproof phone case.
Oh. Hey, maybe Ketchup will add you on social media now. Now that you're a hero.
Yeah, now the whole complete role reversal. Now Ketchup's like flirting with you, and now you get to be like, nah, I don't. Now you get to give. Sorry, you can't have my social medias. You're not cool enough.
And I'm here like, well, that doesn't answer the question of where my sister went. So, well, I enjoyed the time I have on the island, and after that I just go back and keep investigating where did my sister go.
Oh man, 2 secret missions.
Mine's not so secret. We can talk about it, and feel free to join if you want. No payment. This is like the most I got in a single month.
So like that's the convenient plot hook if we ever want to do another Animal Crossing D&D crossover. That can be the next session, and maybe Kit can actually like play that one. We're gonna find Sissy's missing sibling.
Yeah, that sounds like a good mystery.
I'm paying to
the nickname
Sissy's.
Not so good. Maybe Sifus.
Yeah. So
You don't want to be called a sissy.
Rain's been calling us
Yeah,
Sissy Puff the entire time instead of Sissy Puff.
yeah, you could. No, Sissy Puff. Sissy Puff is your. Sorry, did I write it down as Sissy Puff? That's what.
I kept.
Oh, Sissy Puss. Puss. Yeah. Sorry, there's a H.
I know. I kept having to stop myself because I was gonna say Siffer. You know, the other word.
Yeah. Okay. I like how 3 hours and 50 minutes in you correct my pronunciation. Thanks.
I thought it was cute. Sissy Puff is cute.
It was fun.
So that I'm really glad with that. I think that went really well. I really enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Especially like as a first time, that was a really that must have been a very weird way to get into like tabletop role playing.
Well,
How-
I enjoy it very much.
Yeah, is it something
I love
you'd like to do in the future again? I don't necessarily. Sorry.
Now I'm really excited to do like a longer campaign, like. But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
but-
Permanent
Because I
character.
don't even. I mean, obviously, I would be up for playing again with you, or like Animal Crossing, or otherwise. Like, but I didn't just mean that. I meant like just in general. Yeah, if it's so, I'm glad to hear that it's something you'd like to do again. I'm glad you enjoyed running this, and it was a very funny little like campaign. I think it was fun as like a one shot. It was Isabel all along. Was quite good.
Yeah.
I was quite pleased with myself because in the book that was like that I built this off. they didn't like choose the villagers. Obviously, they let you choose the villagers. So I thought that choosing Chief to be the
red
main
herring?
like a red herring was I was quite proud of myself because it specifically asked you to use a cranky villager, and I was like, aha, he's got orange fur. Isabel's got like yellowish fur, and orange in places. That'll like double down the red herring thing. But no, I really enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun running it. I hope you guys had a lot of fun playing it too.
Yeah, really did. It's
Let's
like,
hope that we can get the audio and the video to line up. But if not, we had fun, so that's what matters.
yeah.
Yeah.
And thanks
Yeah.
to anyone who ended up watching this a whole nearly 4 hours.
Yeah. 4 hours. What do you mean? Everyone's gonna watch it. It's gonna be the best. The best. But yeah. Yeah.
All right, Ryan.
I think that's the end of it, isn't it? Really? Yeah. I don't know.
count-
Any follow-up questions? Anything?
No?
No, not really. I
yeah,
really enjoyed, and I finally got the grasp of the basics of D&D.
Exactly. That's the best thing as well, because that you obviously perfect. No, well, I
Maybe
thank you so much.
For future, sure, I can go to be in a campaign that uses more of the stuff on this character page, like the features stuff,
Yeah,
features, traits, and more stuff. And
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Yeah.
I would like full improv.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I hopefully I hopefully see you across from a virtual tabletop sometime soon.